brother. Thank you. And also, let me welcome into the show. Welcome to the show, the Supreme Vaginal Vessel. Good day to you.
Good morning, PhD.
Good day. Okay, I'm just claiming my spot. I got to go take a shower. I'll be back.
No problem. But I do find it very interesting that people want they want people that is attempting to control their piece as much as they can to do content with people that is trying to disrupt their piece. That is very
don't do it.
Because like for a long time, if I'm saying that I don't like this, I don't like somebody that eats meat, but then I'm hanging out with somebody with a steak, like it's gonna look weird to me. Like
Eats meat is crazy.
Let me get back to the car. I can't stand your ass. Oh Lord. Yeah. Let's see what she said. Let's see how we keep it moving. Oh man.
No. She over here on this nigga line like, please don't go. Oh, I found a number to plead my case. Bitch over here begging this nigga.
Okay.
Why? What type of relationship you got with this other woman's husband?
Damn.
I thought you know, but you over here talking about Mika though.
Okay.
Oh my God, Mika's a lame. Mika. I'm over here trying to shoot bail just for content, not even trying to put that on nobody. Just do it for content.
Okay.
She up here, nope, and fake moral, right?
Mm-hmm.
A fake moral. Let's keep going.
Let's see the fake.
The person said,
let's see.
Yeah, but if I can't participate because of other people,
right? When
I'm not doing shit to them, that's a waste of time, mama. You got to understand that. That could have been said last night. You can't come because Lucky feels some type of way. Will Lucky keep off Fantastic or men who disrespect you? So sorry, Fantastic, you're in here. I just got to read it.
Damn.
We keep off Fantastic or men who disrespect you? I don't think so. So guess what? Lucky has a job, right? If Lucky really fuck with her, I would just start fighting all the men in the space that says the light bulb don't come on in her attic.
Welcome to the. That was crazy.
That's an old school insult.
That was the old school insult. Welcome to the show, the Dark Spoon. Good day, sir. How you doing?
What up? This shit crazy. I just don't understand. I mean,
is that my guy?
Yeah, it's over top.
What's happening? Tom?
Shit, just finally called the show when shit ain't very busy over here at the Space Center, but you know. This is shit crazy. I understand protecting your peace and all that shit. I don't want to be in one space where people are fucking. You can't get along with a motherfucker. I get that shit, but
hey, by the way, Uncle Tom,
you love that. That's your favorite place to be.
And Uncle Tom, I know you don't know this, but we got a new rule over here: no f-bombs and no n-words. Okay.
No n-words.
No n-words, no f-bombs. If so, it's a $2 fee for each one. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I overpaid, Sharon. I got to use another. I use the F. I got to use the N now because I overpaid. Okay.
No, I don't understand the beef. I don't understand what the beef is with the Fatty Show or whatever, Fatty and Ali. I don't get that beef. I don't understand that, but
she don't mess with dude, and that's you know who the king of controversy.
Yeah, the midget.
Oh, DL.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay, all right. Okay, I understand that. A lot of people don't fuck with them. Ah, damn, I owe you. I got you.
Yeah.
That's another one, Tom. Come on, brother.
Word, I gave you the first one for free. Goddamn shit.
Okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. It's coming.
That and so like and people. I think people should be allowed to be able to say no. And for some reason, people act as if, no, why you can't have the conversation because this went past the conversation when you start bringing in people.
Hey, that's a real thing. I stayed away from Sharon's show for almost a year behind Unlikely. So it's certain cats I just don't mess with. So I understand exactly what's being said.
Yeah. And
I get that too.
And it is okay for it to be understood. Mike never came to me and said, like, hey, as long as he's there, I'm not going to be there, right? So, but because maybe we could have had a different conversation, but Knight just said, hey, I'm just not going to be over there because I can't allow that type of I can't allow that. It's just what it is. I can't allow what he did to me.
Yeah, I'm cool with Sharon. I'm just not cool with that dude.
Right, and that's how it should have played out with this whole Jazz and Lucky thing. Hey, if you want to rock with him, I'm not cool with dude. You fine with me. If we see someplace else, we fine. But I cannot be doing streams with you where he's jumping in the chat and he's trying to. No, you're not going to force me to act like it's okay to play both sides. Absolutely not.
Well, especially if she hasn't blocked. If she hasn't blocked and y'all are doing that whole extra live stream from the other person. What is it called? I mean, you can't, like you said, you can't block them or anything like that. So that's why I don't even open it up for that. Unless I know you. You know what I'm saying? If I know you when you come over here and you want to open up, but I'm not cool with everyone that they cool with. That's no. That ain't right.
And I think that should be acceptable, right? Like, because Lucky, like, hey, if we double streaming together and then now he finds a way to be in your chat because he can't be in my chat, that's a problem.
Right. And I like with the double stream, I think it's fair because like you're the host, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you look on your Twitter right now, Sharon, you're going to see that Sharon shows streaming because I started linking to Twitter with the streams.
Thank you.
But if somebody comes in, like this is where respect, people like there's rules, y'all, of engagement, and one of the respect things should be if somebody's coming over there and they're just being ridiculous towards Sharon, and he's hosting the show, and he's being cordial and allowing the multi-streaming. I still think there should be a level of the content creator should be able to say, hey, let's be respectful. They need to let their audience know, pump the brakes if it's going to become a problem, because that's not fair. You can't go over somebody else's chat and be sneak dissing, okay?
Right.
So that's not okay. It's like the whole point of the streaming is to help further engagement, help promote the channels, get the content going in other areas it might not necessarily be in. It's not to be used for sneak dissing, coming over here, running back, being a third, fourth, fifth party messy tool. That's not what this is for. So if someone's not conducting it properly, as a host, I would probably tell somebody, look, I don't want you streaming. You can unstream the show if you don't want to play by rules of you're not going to use your platform, allow them to just be up in there, disrespect them, because this is still your platform. Just because you're multi-streaming, it does not give you all the authority, the right to then undermine what it is that you're doing, Sharon. So that's like double dipping. That's a whole level of debauchery.
Yeah.
That I would.
I would say. I mean, I get that there's gonna be trolls in the chat, and I kind of thoroughly love trolls because they're kind of funny. But that's when you allow them in your chat. But if you block that person and they coming from someone else's channel, that's just unfeasible. You shouldn't have to endure that, especially when you block them. Now, I don't block trolls too much, but if it's someone I can't stand, I'm gonna be honest. Like Dark Lake, Dark Lake is instantly up from that. I don't even want to see his name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he was to come over to my channel, which thank God he doesn't, it's instantly up from there. So a lot of people don't like that. So
and also like people don't understand. So it's just like if you was to have a speech, if you standing on a speech, Donald Trump is talking, and then somebody just screaming, you killed the man. You killed. You want that person? Hey, you're gonna have to leave if you cannot have a conversation to the topic, and you trying to overtalk me while I'm talking. You are taking it to. This is not freedom of speech anymore. You trying to literally stop my speech by insulting me and talking over me, screaming at me, yelling at me. So even though I understand people try to act like the chat is not that powerful, but it is. Some words in the chat is like screaming at you sometimes. That's why people don't even like all captions, right? People feel the same way. Why you texting me in all captions? Because you can feel that goddamn screaming coming at you through a text message. So no, it is important that you protect your peace no matter what it is. Dark Spoon, he has his limit with Dark Lake. He like, hey, that's one person. As soon as I see his name, it makes me feel a certain way just by seeing his name. It's a real thing. Especially if somebody was stalking you for a couple of years. It is like how can if I'm cool with Beachy and she like, hey Sharon, like I love what you're doing, and like you're doing your best to have some kind of words for women that you're at least trying to protect women with your words. Bare minimum you doing, right? And I'm like, no doubt. You're doing the bare minimum, Sharon. And then somebody comes and she's like, hey, but Sharon, this person in your chat, they got a wrench and everything. They've been stalking me for this one. They did this to me. They did that. And the third, that is a contradiction to your message. I shouldn't take heed to that if it's true.
Yeah. And I'm gonna double down on that, you guys. Okay, if you're gonna throw out stalking, but you're not gonna do anything about it, I don't know what to tell y'all, because the cyber with cyber crimes, it is so easy to get order for protections and restraining orders cyberly than has ever been. Do y'all just not get restraining orders? Like, are y'all really not taking stalking seriously? Because if you're truly being stalked, let me tell you, I know I got a gang of people. We will go right on down to that magistrate office, show our screenshots of in a thread of this is what I'm dealing with on social media. I can't even come. I have a right as a person to come on here and not be harassed. And we never had an issue getting out of orders of protection, restraining orders like that. They're able to show it, and that some of them 6 months, some a year, some of them are infinity. Like it's called a lifetime restraining, but yeah, like because the person, even after restraining order expired, they started it back up. So I don't get why everyone, if you're going to say someone's stalking you, but you didn't even go and do anything about it, then do you want to be stalked? Do you enjoy being stalked? Are you engaging back with the stalkivity? Like what's going on? Because when somebody say leave me the F alone, don't contact, don't text, don't message me, and they continue, and you have that to show. You actually have to leave that person alone. You can keep on, but all they have to do is go down there and ask the courts, like, I have no peace. I'm being really bothered. And they look at it and they will issue that. So I people say they're being stalked. I'm like, okay, well, do something about it.
But wouldn't that be when you put, yeah, that would be like if y'all are actually texting each other, right? Where it's actually over text message.
I know they stalking Dark Spoon. They don't like him because
I think the question they ask it, Beat You, where does it come from? Stalking and from harassment. Where is that line?
Yeah, there you go.
Where's that blurred line?
They're one and the same thing, because you can't harass me if you're not stalking. So the court takes in that the harassment being going on, and it turns into a stalking, because you got to stalk me and harass me. So they're gonna go in the same thing. And they'll issue that, no problem. I don't know any person that's ever went in and they had a legitimate thread of being stalked. Every chat they go and hear this person go, they go here, they like, and they were issued a denial unless they were equal participants and going back and forth. That's the only time the court's going to rule out and throw your stalking case out, is that, well, you were equally participants. So if anybody know, to get your stalking warrant issue, your stalking protective order issue, make sure you're not engaging in any back and forth with them. That means you meant what you said when you said don't talk to me, no further contact, no conversation whatsoever, and you stand on that, and you don't engage, you don't mutually combat with them, you don't get in their arguments. If they come up on the stream, you leave. That's what it takes. That's how that's done. So you can't say somebody harassing you, you're talking to them. So if Dark Spoon, I can't say he's harassing me if I'm engaging in conversation with him. I have to stop, pull myself back, and absolutely refuse any type of rapport back and forth. Then I'm solid. Because if he's able to go, he'll have to in court show, how am I harassing her? She's talking to me. That's gonna show we got rapport. I'm mutually participating in the foolishness in the so that won't work. So you have to. That's why some people's cases don't get approved because they're going back and forth with the people. No, you got to be willing.
My question would be,
go ahead.
How would they be able to enforce that? Considering most of us are just screen names on the screen, unless you know where this person resides and stuff. That would be the only reason why I say how would that be enforceable? Considering.
Easy. Okay. It's easy. Yeah, you don't have to meet them. Cybercrime, y'all can't be this delayed with the cyber crimes. Y'all, we get stalking orders over in other areas monthly. Somebody got to go do a stalking order. They don't have to even meet that person. They have to know what height they are based on this stream, this YouTube, these comments, certain screenshots. It's enough. That's cybercrimes have caught up.
My thing is, how would they be able to contact them for that person to actually have their shot to speak in court? It's just not. I mean, besides if you have their IP address, that'll be some semblance to get to where they live. But if you don't have to,
I mean, that's the court's way of serving. If you don't, and okay, so if your address isn't, how YouTube legal does it, I mean, we're not here to do a whole legal process, but you're going to get served. One way or other.
So let me make sure I understand. So you said as long as you get the screenshots, even though you don't know who the person is, you don't know if it's a man or a woman, you don't know what that person is, right? Because all we see is the avatar is what Spoon is talking about, right? Most of the time, the stalker person is just an avatar. We don't know what that person is. So we have that. So we have the screenshots of the person continuously do it. You go to other streams, that person in the chat is still following you around, doing these things. So now you got all these screenshots of that. What would be the next step? Because you don't know who this person is.
Right. The next step is YouTube legal. And when you contact YouTube legal, they're able, we don't have that possibility to see who behind every little avatar, but YouTube legal does. And once you turn that in with YouTube legal, they connect, this is the same person 50,000 times, 11 times bothering you, or this is 2 or 3 people, or they'll do it into what y'all consider gang stalking, or it's just the cyber. They'll put that group together, and these people are gang stalking. But YouTube, nobody's safe on here. Nobody's anonymous. We're only anonymous to each other. But YouTube has a track record. Every email that you're using to every troll account, all that stuff, YouTube will turn it on, and they have to. They willingly want to. They want to give you every connection because by course they don't want to be sued for not complying, so they happily comply. They're like, okay, we've got this person. We look, they'll give you all those details, and then you got what you need, and they'll also assist with turning their stuff in with court too, because the court will subpoena for YouTube to also provide those transcripts. Nothing on here is deletable or removable, or we hiding. It's a mysterious. I don't think anybody on here is on the black market. Notorious, can't be found, can't be touched type of network. We can all be touched. Even
it's very easy though, because if you it's very easy if you're setting up on a VPN. I can bounce my IP to.
Gotta have them VPNs.
If I bounce my IP from Germany or Japan or something like that, and I have a whole bunch of burner email accounts that doesn't have my real name nor my real address, and most of my burner accounts don't even have an address linked to them. So that's why I'm just thinking, like, how would that be enforceable? Besides, even with YouTube legal, there's a lot of burner accounts on here. I mean, I have like at least 15, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot of, I don't know how that will work. I've only seen one person because of stuff like that, and they got banned. They were doing something like that. They got banned. I don't know how they found them. They got banned for terroristic behavior on YouTube, and they had a 3-year ban. They just recently able to come back on this platform. So that turns into something YouTube, because you're not supposed to be operating this app like that. Y'all don't realize when we sign up and then those long disclaimers that we just click like agree on, they're actually giving you rules of engagement, how to operate play on this app. So for you, Darspoon, if you were found, I don't know how that turns into something else, but they're gonna be turned over to terroristic behavior because you're operating under a whole bunch of miscellaneous identities and not into the guidelines of what YouTube expect you to do for them. Forget the other person. So you'll be on a whole nother. They just want you off of their app. They would go under that. And they can't. I know what you're talking about. How can they track it? Well, somebody tried that, and they ended up not only with the ban off of that, they tied that into their relatives. They blocked them from using YouTube from their children's phones from any relatives within there. They this is how they work. They put up their relatives. If they can't go to somebody else. How they put all their group of people, known associates, into that band. So Darcy, when if you was to go over to Diva's house and think you finna use her computer to get on there and do your tomfoolery and your stalking and your terrorist behavior, they done linked her IP all it together. So all y'all now treading carefully because of your
hold on, let me welcome into the show the beautiful Bomb Cherry Juice. Good day, how you doing?
Yeah, good morning, Bomb.
Hey, Bomb.
Everybody, yeah. What she talking about? That shit cannot be done. What is you talking about? They cannot. So IP addresses, right? Renews, by the way. And yes, they can only ban you based on your name. So if you sign into your account that way, but they can't ban the IP address because it changes. You might have my IP address one day, you know what I mean? But the one that I use now, you may have it 8 months from now or something like that. So but I just got here, so I don't know the particulars, but I know what I heard you just say. That's impossible.
Yeah, well, then I would ask you to go over there to our one of the old originators of the B-Sect, the SBS icon. Ask her.
I'm a computer engineer by trade.
It can be done. No, I'm telling you how it can be done. I get what you're saying, but until you see somebody that it was done to, and how they might be able to watch subconsciously, but they were not able to engage on this app. So yes, and then you can
because they signed into their name. If you sign into your name,
they tried to use another person's name to go into. That person was also being looked at as if you assist, and see what happens is the other person will say, okay, let's say me and you are cool, and they identify that and they identify the connection. They're gonna let you know if you assist Beachy in coming online signing up any devices for her, any new IPs, then we're going to come at you and charge you. So not only do you get the ban, those are charges that are also given to you for that type of terroristic behavior, and it has been done. Not just one person. There are several people. So I get what you're saying, but the same thing that you're saying. Well, I'm gonna try to get another. That hasn't worked. Now you can start.
No, I didn't say you're gonna try to get a new IP address. Everybody gets a new IP address.
I know, and I don't know how they do that. I don't know. Ask the people. You gotta. What I would suggest is you would interview someone who's actually been banned. I know a couple of people. Interview them and say, how did that work? How were they able to ban you and keep you from coming onto a platform?
They banned the account.
Yeah, not only ban your address, they also included in whoever live in your house, the kids. They were how were they able to do that? And they'll be able to tell you. I don't know anybody who hasn't said, yeah, that happened, y'all. I hated that. I didn't like it, and they told their story.
They banned your account.
And look.
I need you to understand. But wait. So most of us sign into YouTube through your browser, but if you look at the top of your browser, you're signed in. Your browser is signed in under an account too, so they can ban. So now, but if you use a different browser but you're not signed into that same name, then yes, you could get around it. But as soon as you sign into your YouTube account, that's what they banned also. But as far as your IP, nah, they can't do that.
Okay, well, you clearly don't know anybody on this app who's been convicted of terrorist behavior. Yes, they can. Okay, you're trying to tell me, look, Bomb, just because you have not witnessed it yet or been a participant in it or had to turn in your receipts or you're engaged with someone doesn't mean it's not possible. You can't say something not possible when it's a group of people that say, yeah, they keep me over here for 3 years. I got a 5-year ban. And somebody right now, we currently working on to be so she don't want to follow the goddamn stalking guidelines. She hopefully gonna be coming up next. So you can't say that can't be done when there's people over there crying because they had it done and they came when they were able to come back. They were back, and I can encourage you to go watch their video.
That they can't ban you. I'm not saying that they can't ban you. I'm saying they can't ban you the way you said. That's what I'm saying.
What part are you saying they can't do?
The IP address.
Okay. Well, whichever way they do it, you will be banned. If YouTube bans me or send for 3, I bet you I'll be banned. I bet I might can look from the sidelines off somebody else on. I might can, but I guarantee you, not being in compliance, those charges get super serious. So you're not gonna want to be caught trying to do anything going to another state library. They used the whole circumference for one particular individual. I also contacted known relatives and said, if you assist this person in helping them with an anonymous account, we're gonna charge you because we've told you they've being affected their terroristic behavior on this app. That's a serious legal process for you too. But to tell people it can't be done, good luck with that, because some other people have thought that too. And now they sit on the sideline waiting on their time to run up so they can happily come back on to this app.
Do you have a case that I can look up? That's fucking interesting. But to me, I'm baffled. I would love to get a case of it.
There's a couple of them.
Hold on, Uncle Tom, that was another F-bomb, by the way. So, hey.
Another time, just come on my community. You probably can get an interview with them. They probably would interview with you. They're back on, and they would share they're not, proud of their behaviors. They by this time now they're like, okay, they learned.
What was the terroristic threat?
Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. I got a Cash App, and it says, I'm a retired software engineer. Beachy is right.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, with all this conversation
right about what
software
engineers, are you talking about they can ban an IP address that gets released, right? So is it dynamic? Is it static? Which IP address are we talking about where they can ban it?
They banned the IP. So the people out there they went this far and they would not stop. That not just their IPs, their kids. If they knew that they had their whole circumference in lockdown, even the local library, they banned.
So they banned the local library
from that person. Are you trying to learn? Are you not? Are you gonna listen?
The IP at the local library.
They thought a person was going to try to go and anonymously get online to keep stalking and terrorizing people. Was sent this person's ID. This a serious case. You get to that point where they got to come in. They're gonna treat you like a terrorist bomb. You don't understand?
Yeah, but they can't treat everybody like a terrorist. So the local library, everybody at that local library.
No, not everybody. You're not. See, you're not.
Everybody at the local library.
The library is going to be known.
The local library uses the same IP address. Do you understand?
But everybody do you know what it costs to get the user device of the library? You need to show your ID. When they check your ID at the local library, there's a list of people that aren't allowed to get on the library. The library computers ain't just for everybody like it used to be. When cyber crimes caught up, if I got some weird stuff attached to my name with cyber crimes and terrorist behavior, if I give them my valid ID to use their library equipment, they're going to tell me no. And then their job after doing that is to report to authorities that we had BGOA come into our library to attempt to use our computers. I don't think you understand how serious it gets. That's how that works.
Somebody said
unless you want to go and get a whole nother IP
and when somebody said your IP address is associated with which they call a MAC address. That's the identification of devices. Now that may be something that they can do, right? Devices, but that's not what she's saying. And at the library,
devices.
They don't look up. When I go to the library, they're not asking me for no ID. I just have to have my library card, which I guess that could be a form of ID, right?
Right. Don't your library card tie into your identification on?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, then. So that's right. So what you talking about?
But the IP still wouldn't get blocked because other people at the library uses that.
No, okay, the IP library might not get blocked, but you will be blocked from using their IP. You're the one not getting blocked, not the library. Your use of any IP at the library for your personal use will be blocked, ma'am. You're not going to be getting unless you're going to go look. If somebody that's why they treat you like a terrorist when you do all this. Because if your next move is you're so thirsty and desperate to still get on the internet, come on YouTube after you done got charged, because that's a charge for that terrorist behavior.
To get on
all those things. YouTube? If you got charged, that's the first of all, you actually get arrested for that. So that's just not a charge. You're going to be arrested. You got the
Hold
charge,
on,
you got all this going on, and you
hold on, Spoon,
still keep pushing it.
Hold on, y'all. So, Spoon, you owe $4, by the way, before you could talk. And
I got you. Well, I can't do it if I do it on the phone. It's gonna drop me. So I'll do it afterwards, though. I ain't never listen. I got you.
Understood. Also, got a cash app. It says, "Bomb, you are wrong. Please stop talking." Damn.
Who said that?
I want to deviate. I'm done with this because you ain't nobody to tell me what's something not, and I know it is.
I was just gonna.
Hold on, Spoon, I don't want to say who the person is.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But I want them to know that I know all about IPs, the internet. I have a degree in CIS and I am a Microsoft engineer, right? Which means I know all about IPs, the internet, and all of that. And I'm telling you that they do not block IP addresses. Why? If you turn off your phone, turn it back on, you will have a new IP address. Why? Because if you go to a hotspot, that's one IP address that everybody's using. So if you go to the library, one IP, right, that allows everybody to get on and to get to the internet. If they block that IP address, then everybody at that area will not be able to get on.
Okay, well, listen, Bomb.
All you gotta do is say it like this. Every time you log off the internet and log on with your same device to a different internet service provider, your IP changes. So that doesn't even matter. But my question is, let me go.
Hey, Spoon. I got you.
Yes. Shout out to the night he paid your F-bomb.
Oh, thank you. I got. So my thing would be is, how would they stop me from buying another device? Because I can buy. They can't stop the person from buying a cell phone or changing a cell phone or getting another cell phone or even going to Cricket and getting a cell phone or going to Boost Mobile and getting a cell phone. It's the law doesn't track you like that. If the law tracked everyone like that, then we wouldn't have any illegal immigrants over it. So now I hear what you're saying. I can take it in, but the follow through with the government, which I know the government shit. Oh God, darling. Oh, you can't continue to work.
No one's saying that there's not a way around of doing it. But if you get caught,
hold on one second. I'm gonna pass it to you right now.
Going to get dragged back in for and charged again. So whoever said it wasn't a charge, y'all must don't know no criminals or something, or people who get convicted of cyber crimes. And Bomb, I appreciate you giving us your resume, honey. But what your resume did not include was FBI cyber crimes. Okay, you're not the feds, baby.
I'm qualified.
Don't tell us.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all. Hold on. Because the conversation is good and it's great. I love that we are having an intellectual conversation about IP addresses. This is awesome. Also, somebody said this is Stan Autry, Uncle Tom respect, fam. So they got you on your next potty mouth that you just did. And also we got the night. It says for Spoon, and then we also got Bomb. Again, you are wrong. Please stop talking. Also, I want to welcome you to the show. Shadow the Taiwans, but allow Bomb Cherry to respond. Allow Beachy. Try to condense it if you can, Beachy. So let Bomb, Beachy, and then Shadow.
Oh no, I just heard. I'm listening to what she said, but listen, y'all might not have been. I done been in before.
I like that.
Oh, wait, was it Bomb first and then
yes. That Bomb, Beachy, the Shadow.
So I am saying, yes, I don't work for the FBI, but I'm qualified. You have no idea. I didn't give you my actual resume. I just told you what my education was. So you don't know where I've ever worked and contracted with. You don't know anything. But what I'm telling you, though, is it doesn't make sense that an IP that switches from person to person, if you're on a phone, it changes as you turn the device on and off. If you're on Verizon, it may change every 7 days. It depends on how they set it up. So today your IP address is one thing. You go down the street though, driving in your car and get on a hotspot, your IP changes to something else. It's that simple.
Okay. Go ahead, Beachy.
It's not that simple, and I will be happy because y'all know that's my thing. I'll be happy not on today to bring in an FBI agent to educate us in the community on how they're able to work through cyber crimes and get this stuff done, so that people like Bomb can know that, baby, you are not above the law, and you can't, how they will track you. I'll be happy to bring somebody on. If y'all want that type of educational commentary, they're happy to somebody will do it. We just need to reach out and Sharon, maybe your platform will be a great place to host it. I'll reach out to them. I don't have no problem with the law. The law is for the lawless. Okay.
You talking about the law, but I was talking about IP address.
Yeah, we're talking about those are cyber crimes, and that's part of the law. That's the FBI cyber crimes.
I'm not talking about. I don't even know what crime you're talking about. I'm talking about the IP address. You understand that?
IP address ties into cyber crimes. Do you understand what a cyber crime is?
Yes, I know what a cyber crime is.
Okay, that's what IP. What is IP a part of the cyber network? Okay, so this is why we need to lead the professionals to explain what a cyber crime is, because all this stuff we're talking about falls under cyber crimes of the FBI. Now, if Sharon wanted to share his screen and pull up the FBI and put in cyber crimes,
I don't think that's my argument.
Things.
It seems like I'm not
no,
sure.
It seems like you're not letting me finish. I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna give y'all me as example.
You just keep talking.
Now, I've been to YouTube court.
I'm keep talking over everybody.
It's not on YouTube court.
I'm just gonna count down and see if you think you're gonna continue to talk over me. Like, I don't know if you think that you allowed this bitch. I don't know what. I said the B word. How much that is? Okay, how much that is?
Do y'all want my court experience or not? Because I can tell y'all.
Hold on, BG. Let Bomb get a chance to actually respond in full. Go ahead, Bomb.
Okay, I'm not understanding if she understand what I'm saying. Maybe she was saying something else, and when I came in, I'm just speaking about the IP address and how it's not always static, it's dynamic. You probably don't know what that means. One of them means it remains the same, like a website. And one of them means that it changes. So what I'm saying, you are right, they can ban, but it's not banned on what you claiming, right? Even Dark Spoon, who changed his name, that's funny, mentioned if he could get around it by just buying another device, right? That would be the MAC address. That's attached to each device. It's called the MAC address.
Okay.
Right?
You good there, Bomb?
Yeah, I'm good there.
Okay, hold on, Beachy, before you respond, Beachy. Hold on.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
We got the Cash App. It says, Sharon, please Google it for Bomb, please. Okay, just what should I Google? Let me know what should I Google.
Actually, you can pull up, Sharon. You can pull up FBI.
I got the answer for you.
Okay, hold on.
18 UFC. 2260.
Hold on. I got both y'all.
Down.
We got y'all. Go ahead.
Let me get y'all this real quick. I'm gonna give it to y'all real quick.
Hold on, BT. I got you, BT.
Okay.
Black one, $5. Bomb is correct. A software engineer is not a network engineer. Oh, he said, CEO software engineer and raise you a network engineer.
All right. So before you go, Beachy, get Shadow said he has an example. Go ahead.
Sharon, I know the exact statute that she's talking about, and I know it from personal experience. It's 18 USC 2261 A2.
Okay. And what is
that? Is the federal statute that she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is the federal cyber stalking statute.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and make a bunch of corrections real quick. One, Bomb is actually correct on IP addresses. They can ban MAC addresses as well, and they can also ban for cell phones IMEI blocks. They prevent that entire device. It's essentially a breaking of that device. It makes sure that it is not able to access that IMEI is permanently blocked from that web address. But the way around that is by buying a new device, because when you get a new device, it's also related to a new IP address. Even if you're on the same network with that same device, i.e. if you go to a library and use your phone at the library and the library's computer system, it has its very own unique MAC and IP address. I'm not speaking as a software engineer or a network engineer. I'm speaking as a cyber criminal. I'm speaking as someone who actually went through this.
Criminal?
I actually do this. Like I actually did this. I'm telling you, Bomb's right, because there are ways around it. Mm-hmm. And again, even when if you do get in trouble for the devices that they do, that they can link directly to you, which they actually follow your net address to find you. When you get a prepaid phone, most of those you can get without using your ID. That's why they call them ghost phones on the dark web. You can literally use them to make whatever purchase, and it's your burner. It's gone. Right. It's not actually tied to you as a person. That's what allows you to actually commit that crime.
That's what I was saying.
And that's the way you get around it. Okay, go ahead, PA's Diva. You there, Diva?
Detroit Coalition, $2. Shadow knows he's been charged with every crime. Okay, everything that he do is statute, U.S. statute number, you know.
So I think so. Okay, I'm glad we got that clear. So Beachy is correct, and Bomb is correct as well, because there's a way around it.
Right. But let's double down on that, y'all. For you other people, and unlike the Titan who said I did that. Keep in mind when you try to go around this, make sure if you get caught up again, because usually when a person with that mindset to say I'm gonna get on here anyway, they done threw me off of YouTube. Usually they start about around 3 years. Is usually when you get banned. Most people I know, and YouTube start with a 3. I'm just using this app. Of course there are other more bigger things to be banned from than YouTube, but we're talking about YouTube, so I'm using YouTube for app. And when they got tried going around that, like someone else got them a device, they got in trouble. They got a note sent to the court. There's a lot of other stuff in play. I don't think Titan stalked anybody, so I don't know if he was considered what type of danger he was, but I do know this. When I went to the court,
I was.
You were a danger?
100 people.
The people, okay.
I literally 100 people.
Oh, wow, okay. Well,
sorry. Look, we're being real. I'm keeping it a bug. I hunted people down.
Well, he's being honest.
So.
All right. Well, there's that. But if you're gonna go that far, that's why I'm glad that I'm glad you didn't get caught. Now, I would ask him after he got his charges and you did your whatever. Did you continue on in that behavior? Did you say I'm gonna do it anyway and just trying to find a smoother way not to get caught? Or did you sit down and say, okay, the next charge or the consequence of my behavior continuing on doing this, even though I've been told not to? And if I could, keep on, how did you react to that? Because most folks I know set their ass down because they couldn't even handle the next thing was going to be whatever worse, or they, I'm just curious how you handled it.
Well, the first thing, it depends on how you look at it. When I first got locked up, I realized that they didn't actually have me for what I thought they had me for. Then I realized, well, shit, I could just do this better and make sure I cover my bases. And then about a third of the way through my first appeal, I was done. I was like, yeah, there's no point in going through this again because I'm not an idiot. Like, I made a stupid mistake, but I'm not going to keep making that same mistake for GP.
Okay. So we can stay based on his testament that it was effective, and he learned the lesson where his cyber stalking got him. He didn't like how it felt. So that little tap that he got was thorough enough for him to sit his ass down and stop doing what he was doing. Are we safe to say that?
Okay. Yes.
No,
we can say
most people are crazy. No. For him, yes, but for other people, no, because there are a lot more people that are crazier than he is. So just because he's the individual who set himself down doesn't mean anything.
All right, let me read the super chat. We get right back into it. Go ahead, Diva.
Aaron to Lucas, $2. But they can use machine learning to find you.
Sheesh.
They're not doing that. Don't listen to Aaron to Lucas. He went to a HBCU. He wouldn't know.
Let me also welcome into the show. Random Independent. Good day, sir. How you doing? What's your thoughts?
Hey, good morning, everybody. I heard cyber, so I hopped on.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how you doing? Hope everything's going well with everybody and enjoying the weekend. It's supposed to be warm on Sunday, so I'm excited. Yeah, but no, I heard cyber, so I hopped on.
Okay. Yeah. You got any thoughts so far with what you've been hearing? Are you good?
I caught it at the tail or like kind of tail end because they were kind of going back and forth about IP addresses, and then Shadow jumped in. So I don't know what the original how it sparked off.
Oh, the video. I think people are singing us about the video, y'all. Sorry, y'all.
How people used to call Superman? Like, how did Superman know people was in distress?
He could hear them.
Yeah, I think
he can hear them. Okay, so maybe it's like Batman.
Batman.
So when y'all say cyber, you throwing up the bat signal for AR.
Exactly. Cyber or Constitution, I'm hopping on.
I like internet cyber talk, computer talk too. I love the computer talk.
Okay.
But you know that thing that would beat she gonna challenge me with somebody work at.
No, I'm not. I was only gonna say
I would welcome it, honey.
Video. This is
when
like
you say thank you for my resume, but I didn't tell you who I work for, where I work for. You don't know any of that.
Where you work there?
Well, I know you ain't working for the feds. I know that much. You're not a federal employee.
Yes, I don't have to be a federal employee.
That's all I said. I
didn't contracted with the federal government.
I know that you're not a federal employee. You don't work for the FBI cybercrimes. That I know for sure.
No, you don't know that.
But I kind of do.
Right, well, before they go back to arguing again, I'll say that if someone was talking about burner phones and stuff, like, sure, maybe they'll work, but a lot of people aren't smart enough to leave their real phone at home. And so if they have a burner phone and they go somewhere and they have their actual phone with them, they're going to do a subpoena and they're going to get like a geofence warrant that like looks at a whole range in that area when the crime was committed. And if your phone is there, they're going to know, and they're going to do more. If you're already a suspect, they're going to do more deep diving on you. And that just adds to the evidence they may already be building against you and whatnot. So it's not like it's a foolproof system. Like you get a burner phone, you just get away with it. Like there's a lot of ways that you will trip up that you might not even realize. Someone was talking about VPNs. That's another thing. Someone else commented that the VPN provider has your original IP, and they do. So a lot of VPN providers keep logs, and when they get subpoenaed, they provide those logs to the government, whichever government subpoenaed them. There are some providers that say they don't keep logs.
Right.
Whether you want to believe them or not, you'll never know until they get subpoenaed in a courtroom and they don't have any logs to give. That's really the only way you'll know whether they have logs or not. So yeah, there's just a lot of ways, like these things that people kind of like try to sell you on that is foolproof or whatever. It might heighten it and make it better for you in certain situations, but a lot of other side things are gonna possibly trip you up. So, if you're gonna do a crime, just don't do it.
Unless you know how to do it, and the ones who know how to do it right, because you're right, they mess up by signing into their ghost phone, still logging into their accounts. As soon as they log into one of their accounts, then they're gonna get caught. Let me call. Gotta go.
They can just ban your MAC address.
Tell them, Diva.
That's right.
I'll tell y'all this. One of the people we know, that the fact that her own kids were, that ban extended to her children, just in case she thought she was going to use her kids' accounts and get up on this app. Her kids, that however they executed that, they couldn't even use the app because it was shown, because the kids weren't out of the home, they were in the home. Like, they were very thorough. So I mean, I don't know what type of darkness some of y'all working on. I know we watch a lot of TV and we want to believe we are above reproach and above these laws, but I haven't met anybody on here who didn't get caught at some point, and the consequences, they've come out and said it wasn't worth it. Well, like, this ain't like somebody hacking in and walked away. They didn't walk in and walk out with the safe. Shout out to Kendra. You know what I'm saying? They didn't walk in and walk out with everybody's Google AdSense checks. They didn't hack YouTube and walk out with everybody's, super chat. They hacking in and stalk, terrorizing.
What did they do, bitch?
A potential danger.
What was the crime?
They do treat the threat.
Bitch, just talk. Ooh, another B word. How much I owe you? You just be talking, girl.
What you mean? What was the crime?
Well, I wasn't here for the crime. You say cyber crime. That's all I know. That's why I wasn't speaking to the crime. I was just talking about the IP address. Remember, that's what I was clearly telling you. But what was the crime?
Well, we were speaking on YouTube. We're talking about harassment. So that would be the crime. We were talking about harassment and stalking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So so you talking about the beef sector, something they do all the time.
Not just the beef sector, anywhere. I don't, anybody on here, it don't matter what sector you.
So we've been doing that for years.
If you harass, it's not a sector. There's no sector.
I've been accused of harassment. I've been accused of harassment already, and here I am.
Well, I guess they didn't go to court. You can accuse anybody. I can accuse Sharon of stalking me, but if I don't have a transcript, records of that, and something to show the magistrate court that Sharon Bracy will not leave me alone. He's calling me emotional. I have nothing. Right. Well, I guess they ain't go to court on you, Bomb, or something. I don't know what they did, girl. I ain't never accused you of no harassment. They must have a solid case.
I ain't never harassed you. What the hell am I harass you for?
No, I don't know, but you said somebody accused you of harassing. I don't know who did that.
No, I'm talking about YouTube. That's why I'm asking.
That's not.
Let her explain. Let her explain so you can get the full gut.
Well, that's what I was asking her. Like I was literally asking you, but you started talking before.
Okay, so you
there she go again. Now she go again. So
I don't know. I can't hear somewhere. Let me.
No, you probably have a little bit of a delay. Go ahead, Bob.
I'm gonna fix it. Hold on.
So I'm just asking. It sounds like you're saying there was a crime. So you mean and you did mention the FBI, right? Or the FBI. So what was the crime? And did it happen here on YouTube? So it wasn't that they were just banned from YouTube. You said that they was charged with an actual crime and they wasn't allowed on the internet or YouTube again. That's what you're saying, right? So I'm agreeing with you if that's what you're saying. If you're saying that's what happened, they would be crazy to try to find a device to sign on and things like that. You would be right about that. That's what I'm agreeing with you.
So I think the problem is that what Beaches says that so the conversation started because people are claiming that they are being stalked, and Beaches said I don't know why people are not taking it to the level of the law, because once you're being stalked, you actually have a case. And too many people just say I'm getting stalked, but they won't actually do anything about the stalking that is happening.
Oh, okay, because they're not being stalked, and it's hard to prove stalking on the internet. Okay. When you could just turn off your device. Yes.
Okay. So and also that part was brought up as well, right? So we kind of had a distinct. We was able to separate. So if you are engaging with the person, then you cannot say you're stalking. But if you are running away from that person, you're trying to do your best to get away from that person, and that person keeps on finding you and finding ways to get in contact. You block them, they find a new avatar, you go somewhere else, they find you there. So that's once you are into the realm of you are trying to not engage with the person, that's how you could actually prove that you are being stalked. Because once you are going back and forth, we said it earlier that once you're going back and forth the person, you cannot say that person is stalking. You are engaging in it.
Right. Okay.
But it still could be allegedly, right? It still could be allegedly, because the fact is, I may not even come up on panel and talk to you, just be in the chat, just sniping you and harassing you in the chat. That doesn't mean that you think it. You may think it's me, but it could be someone else that just doesn't like you. That's why I'm like, it sounds good, but it just you can't. That's something you can't prove that someone's actually stalking you if they don't get up on the panel and talk. Is what I'm saying. You can't say it's the same person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and you could block them, and they're in the chat. You just block them so you can't see them. So if you've done all of that, where you can't see anything they say, and they changing names, and it still won't be criminal unless, I guess, where you just run it, and you ain't saying one word to them. I guess I could see that, but. Okay. I guess I could see it.
Right. YouTube, nothing, everything we're doing on here, you guys, nothing is deletable. Even when we think we delete our video, it's still not deleted. YouTube keeps those videos. So if on this if somewhere I keep all my links, or if necessary, I'll go back and I'll save links. It's something that is if I feel like, okay, for whatever reasons, okay, usually I save links for copyright strikes, but in the form of harassment and stalking, YouTube has all this. They have everything we're doing right now, the full transcript. Y'all know we can all print out transcripts of the conversations, we can print out transcripts of the chat for free. They allow that. That's part of in the settings and tools. Okay. We can download the videos, all this stuff. So YouTube, I don't know what type of goddamn system they got, but I guess they've advanced, and I mean, not in just the last 5 years. So you can block a person. Yes, what you're supposed to do. Like if I don't know, I'm just gonna pick somebody. If I just pick you Mo Business. I'm sorry, but the Mo Business is always in the chat, and I get to where I'm tired of them. Every time I look up, they got something to say. That block button. That's what I'm supposed to do. YouTube expects is going to ask you, Okay, well, Mo Business kept on saying harassment or derogatory, whatever things to you. Did you block them? If my answer is anything other than, well, nah, I ain't block them. Now they ain't trying to hear none of guys because I have their right to block Mo Business.
So now my question is this, Beachy. Now if you have a membership, can you actually block somebody from getting a membership? Because it seems like that's not a possibility.
You can't block them from getting a membership.
You can't.
They haven't caught up with that. I don't know if they ever will. But you can block members. But no, like you don't want them to get into your members only stuff like that. No, they haven't been able to do that. Not yet. But this isn't a sector. YouTube doesn't have a thing called sectors. We have, as people, created sectors. We got the mommy sector, the liquor sector, the Kanika Jenkins sector, the cemetery sector, the beef sector, the Mo3 sector, the management, all these things that were created. That's something people did. YouTube is YouTube.
That's not true, y'all. That's not true.
Okay, so
YouTube is YouTube.
Let I get a chance to respond to why you say it's not true, Bob Cherry.
Because YouTube is the one who created sectors. It used to be, it's like a hierarchy, right? You go to YouTube home, and then there was where you can go to sewing. It's still up there. You could go to sewing if you want to go look at cartoons. And so they had these sectors. The black sector originally was called the Tommy Sotomayor sector, which was crazy, right? Because, but that's where black people, we was all underneath him. And then there was sectors. Now, is it still that way? It's not visibly showing that way, but that's how the internet is indexed. It is indexed that way.
Again, if you go into YouTube and type in the word sector, it's not going to give you anything. The algorithm may point you to a lot of Tommy identified videos or Sharon identified videos and common similarities, but there is no sector in YouTube. That is something the people created. Okay, the communities and your likes and interests, they build your algorithm, but sector is not a word in the YouTube dang on language. That's something
you're talking about the word sector, but you're not talking about actual different sectors.
I was talking about the word. What do you? Okay. I've been talking about. The word sector. YouTube doesn't operate under the word sector.
Okay, so I think what
type in sewing sector and see what happens. Let me just go see what happens.
So you saying that it is an algorithm, not a sector. So you just don't like the word sector. So it got a beef algorithm, not a beef sector. You saying?
Yeah. So I just typed in something in sector and it gave me a bunch of videos on some, but I don't need the word sector.
Are you talking about like tags?
Yeah, you could just, it's like a hashtag. I want to see sewing videos, I put sewing.
Okay, so y'all saying the same thing, y'all just don't agree with the word. That's fine. Sometimes that's fine.
Well, we wasn't saying the same thing. She was saying they didn't have it, but she's saying the word sector now. So I agree with her as word sector, but there are like areas that were cut off that had headings, and then underneath those was a lot of videos relating to that. And it still exists.
Yeah. Because that's how the algorithm feeds you to whoever and stuff like that by your interest. And so it's technically, but I guess we can have an argument of algorithm or sector. I think it is, but I think we both are in agreement now.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think so. And no, but it was interesting because we going through this Lucky and Jazz situation. It's interesting to say the least. I guess we can get back to the video. Yeah.
Oh, something going on with the women? What?
Oh yeah, you didn't see it, Bob Cherry?
No, I'm late on it.
Well, it ain't late. It just happened yesterday. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. What they fighting about? Don't tell me is Anton Daniels.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I mean he kind of a part of it because that's how Jazz got her weight up. You know what I mean? So damn, we done ran them off. Let me say cyber again. Cyber Constitution. Maybe I can get them back up here. But so they
welcome back, AI.
And so so they are having some kind of beef going on because Lucky is saying that Jazz is playing both sides of the fence. She is playing the side of the fence that she's a feminist, But also she played on the side of the fence of DL, saying that I don't understand why Lucky got a problem with you being in my chat, even though Lucky said, hey, as long as he around, I can't be around you. And that's where the whole problem starts. Because clearly DL been coming around. They both must live in Chicago because they've been meeting up, giving hugs. He been giving her equipment.
Oh, he been giving her,
huh? But you know, she says she don't hang around married men, so. So yeah, so Lucky on her ass right now. And she got the receipts. These are all the receipts that Lucky obtained.
Wait, okay. So what's the issue? I mean, so is it she's mad that she was communicating with that person, or is it the principle of the hypocrisy of not really being a feminist?
So it's about the hypocrisy and also the fact that she said, hey, listen, it's a conflict of interest of us double streaming because that person is in your chat. So as long as that person isn't rocking with you, I cannot rock with you. We cannot do streams together because I'm running away from that person.
Mm-hmm.
And so she over here, Lucky's feel like she's playing both sides of the fence and saying like this, that, and the third. I'm not rocking with him. He doesn't. He's strange. He's a weirdo. He's a this, that, and third. This is what she said on Lucky's stream. But the back chat says different.
Okay.
So, you know. And so she's saying that she it's Lucky funny as hell. She said she got a hiccup in her helmet and and that Jazz is a little slow. You know, she wilding on her.
Okay, if I was that person, right? If I was that person, Lucky's supposed to go out here and shield and say, hey, don't call Jazz a bird. Don't do that. Hey, you guys, stop coming at Jazz. Like the video. What's going on? I know y'all didn't have shit else to watch. Like
Seriously,
the video.
You hate on a nigga. I don't understand why you hate on me, nigga. You show love, nigga. It don't show nothing. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love. I was doing this getting money. Show a nigga some love, nigga. Wabbly dabbly. Niggas out here don't love me, nigga.
Exactly.
So here
we need to, hey, look, we also need the likes up on this side of the world too. We still didn't get to 100 likes, which is crazy. Y'all are insane. We didn't get to 100 likes yet. We got like 200 people in the building. Come on, goddamn it.
Say, so it's best for me to go to places where my presence is wanted. That's all. He trying to leave again. I leave again, low. Trying to break up with the bitch. Here she come. I just don't understand how I'm being put in the middle. You stupid ass girl. You're putting yourself in the middle. Anytime, this is why I said in my chat, I don't want no fake neutral shit. That shit is fake. You got to pick a side in life. Are you on the side of moral like you claim? Or are you on the side of some fuck shit? Whoever serves a purpose at this time, that's where I'm going. That's that whole mindset. Anything is going well. Anywhere that's going with opportunity, that's where I'm going. Wherever the opportunity, I'm getting my clips. I'm gonna get my clips from Fatty and Ali, you know.
Jad, let him land. Jad, you respond.
No, I'm trying to get clipped up. Like,
damn.
Come on now.
Oh
my God.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
So
damn.
And then I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna talk this shit about Anton. Let's take a detour real quick.
Go be one task. Sir, I was never that man's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was somebody on a panel. Okay, let's not tie me to him in that way by any means.
All he did, and shout out to Taz, I'm using your content. I'm not even watching the chat, y'all. Sorry. All he did was ask a question. She just answered it. Why did you have to give extra?
Why not?
And see, this is the thing about this story spiraling, which is funny.
Mm-hmm. What's funny about it?
You have to learn how to, even though narratives come out there, you just got to learn how to show yourself different or just show yourself to be an isolated person.
Okay.
Even though you may have started, I'm the only person, I would say probably that was directly from that actual Anton channel.
Oh, shit.
So far from me, that's actually doing content.
Damn.
And not from Lapeef. You know what I'm saying?
We know
so.
You don't got to shit on everybody else.
It's interesting that we about to.
What?
I'm gonna ask the question and mention it. I answered it.
Yeah. All right.
But I have to do more.
Why?
Why do I have to say more? When this person asked you to fly out or whatever the case may be, like he asked other people, it was also said on the panel, right?
You're right.
You still kept going over there to his panel, to his shows.
Oh, damn.
So if this was so much of a line, why did you keep going over there? Was there an opportunity over there for you too?
God damn. She all in her character. Sheesh. Diva, so if you had a line and that line was crossed multiple times, are you still going back, or do you have an agenda if you do go back? You're on mute if you're talking, by the way.
Honestly, I'm just confused by the whole thing. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Honestly. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, I don't understand either what's going on.
I could start it back from the beginning. That's probably why. So the beginning of it is that Jazz was acting as if Daryl Long was doing something weird to her. And she came to Lucky. So Lucky felt like, God damn, I got you caught up in the middle because he stalks me. Me and you started doing content together. And so now he's trying to attack me through you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Lucky was thinking. But then later on, she sent all these text messages, and it comes to find out that she was actually working with Daryl as well.
Okay. Oh. Right. So, and if she was talking about like it from that angle, I guess that makes, more sense. But that's why I'm like, okay, so she trying to address the fact that she was playing both sides, I guess.
Yes.
Or are we talking about how she's a hypocrite because she pretended to be a feminist and she did some stuff that, I guess a feminist
goes against that. Right. So she's tying that part to, she's trying to,
that's where I'm getting confused though.
She's talking about the girl's character, why she playing both sides. So it shows that her character is always playing both sides. She's really an opportunist. So she want to be on the panel talking about feminist this, feminist side, and men is this and men is that. But at the same time, she also rocking with people that is doing the exact opposite. So her character is flawed. So she's trying to build up the flawness in her character.
Okay.
So that it ain't just between me and her, it's also a feminist thing. It's also, she's just a big opportunist and she don't actually care about none of this stuff. And she's a bird and she's she ain't smart. And she got.
So is Lucky a feminist?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
So basically, she's telling her, girl, you fake it in a $3 bill. You don't stand on nothing solid. You don't stand on no square. You for everybody. Yeah. And you ain't got a solid bone in your body. And I'm really not trying to rock with nobody like you now that I see who you are. But it shouldn't have took all that for you to figure that out, girl. How long do it take for y'all to figure out these characters?
Well, they only been together for like 2 weeks, so it didn't take.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, good, okay. That's all it takes. I was gonna say you don't take that long. We some adult women to find out real quick. We not the same. And let's part cease and desist our rapport.
Yeah, Daryl Long been stalking Lucky for years, even through all his girlfriends. Now he got a wife. He still won't leave that woman alone.
Yeah, and that's what Lucky was trying to like get her to understand. Like, yo, if I tell you that this man been stalking me, and you saying you a feminist, there's something wrong there. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm starting to see where she's coming with it at first, because I didn't understand it at first neither, Diva, until I played this video. Even though Robin M clearly has a problem with Lucky.
Wait, okay, so you said if I tell you that a man is stalking me, and you do what now? And you
claim that you're a feminist.
Uh-huh.
How you gonna still rock with the person that is stalking a woman?
Okay.
Which is it?
I'll say this: in just those 2 weeks of them, so this is just a 2-week report they have, right? Of really getting to know. That's people have watered down stalking so much, so she might have just thought, okay, you told me it was stalking. Everybody be saying that. No, like if did she really identify? Like, no, listen, I have a serious something. That's why I said people gotta, if y'all want to be taken seriously about stuff being done against you, you have to treat serious matter serious. Because if somebody be like, girl, that's my stalk, and I'd be like, okay, well, go do something about it then. And that's always my response. Okay, what you gonna do? Because if you're not gonna take it serious, how am I supposed to take it serious?
She has taken it serious as she can. She's reported it. It's been a few years of stuff going on.
Okay, well, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say,
girl, I don't give a shit what you were gonna say. What that got to do with what I said, though?
Bon, I don't know why you want to be so combative.
Because you said that ain't what you were gonna say, as if I was trying to see what you was gonna say. I said what I said. You can say what you want to say. Is it okay?
No, it's not okay. But I mean,
okay, but I don't give a damn if you think it's okay.
I see you don't.
I'm being facetious.
I see.
Now, everyone love everyone. Now, everyone love everyone.
You know I love her. You stay out of it. I love you too, though.
I don't. I was only gonna say, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that she hasn't taken it serious. I wonder, does Jazz understand the severity of, girl? When I say I'm really being stalked, I have open, like I'm aggressively trying to do something about this, so I can't be playing or being in entanglement with a person who's entangled with the person that's stalking me. Like, I gotta have boundaries. That's where I was going with this. I wasn't at all saying she wasn't taking it serious. I was going to ask, was Jazz aware of the nature of, hey, I get it. You rock with them, but I can't, by a conflict of interest, I can't even rock with you because I got to take care of me. And in taking care of me, that means I can't be playing around with my stalker, fraternizing with people who fraternize with me and harassed by. That's all I was saying.
And that's Lucky's issue. Yeah, and that's Lucky's issue. And I think it's always weird to me when people try to act as if everything is content. Some things is not content. Mm-hmm. It's just not. When like
but yeah, that's oh, my bad.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can jump in right there. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, if y'all supposed to rock with each other, my enemy's supposed to be your enemy. Damn it. Yeah, you supposed to be with your own one.
Like at least if the person did me wrong, right? It's one thing if I just don't like him because that person stupid. It's like, all right, that's not. But if that person did me wrong and you say you my friend, you cannot be that person's friend and my friend. That person did something to me. Mm-hmm. You cannot. It's no way that if well, I can't just any name. Michael did something to me. He punched me in my face. He beat me up. He robbed me. And so like, hey, I'm cool with Sharon and Michael. Ain't no way. That's not possible.
Everybody's friend is nobody's friend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know,
how much of us on the panel or in the chat too?
I'm everybody's friend.
Okay, well, everybody's friend is nobody's friend. Is the majority. So how many people understand that the reason it's like that? Because a friend of everybody can be a friend of nobody. Because if Sharon actively knew of some harm being done or known of it to thyself, and we were friends, why would he not support? I'm his friend. Why, if everybody I've known that took the part when they were exposed as of, well, I ain't choosing, and they were the ones that caught up, and they also were the ones who ended with, and that's why you belong over there with shallow, superficial, who really not for you type of friendships, because they weren't able to discern and understand. No, hold on, I got something substantial here with Sharon. We just gonna cut off the other part like completely because that's detrimental not only to you, but I don't need them like that to where I'm willing to sacrifice you as a friend. Like, there is some type of adult behavior that should go into these equations where we should be able to differentiate where, okay, you know what? They did cause you harm and danger. And if they'll do it to you, they'll do it to me too. So based on that alone, that's enough for me to even already have to decide, let me just X, Y, and Z this person out of the equation. I ain't even got to think about it because I can see I can see.
And let me read this cash app. It says, oh damn. It says, Bomb Cherry, please stop talking. Damn, shaking my head. Somebody's on your neck today, Bomb.
Tell them to pay to get me off. That's when they could be on my neck. Okay, pay that $20 for 15 minutes. And then Sharon will love me like I love him. Okay. Dark Spoon. I don't know why I said Dark Knight. What's on your shirt? I see a F. What's on your shirt, babe?
It's that chicken that says "fuck off" or "f off."
Okay. F off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. We got you. Because there's a chicken there.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
You there, Diva?
I am. The lie detector $10 From what I saw, Jazz acknowledged his stalking behind the scenes to her while still accepting computer devices from him. She was just on speaker while dude was live. He exposed her text playing both sides. What I really need all of y'all women to understand is whatever y'all say or discuss with Daryl Long, he gonna eventually tell it.
So he was the one that exposed the text messages.
He was
clearly,
right? Yeah. So,
he
like,
exposed the text messages.
How many times y'all got to see it happen to somebody else before y'all realize that's just the MO?
That's his MO, and he will make up some fake ads, text messages too. So don't text message him at all, because he'll use what you did send him and edit it to that.
But you know what's
I just don't understand now everyone to give out their numbers to everyone. That shit is crazy.
Hey, no, what I find crazy is that all the people that was fighting for Daryl Long just now and saying that Lucky did this, Lucky did that, it comes to find out that Daryl Long was the one that pushed out the text messages. I want to know what they got to say about it now.
Right. That's who always put it out.
That's crazy.
He rats out all the women when they was faking like they broke up. I ain't gonna mention the woman's name. He the one who shared that so people can run with it. Remember that's Ron?
Man, listen, hey, that's why, like, whenever I'm on a panel, he pop, I leave. I ain't entertaining it. You know what I mean? And I try not to get people involved in it. Like, that's just my sin. I'm gonna just run away. Like, he tried to come in my back chat plenty of times. He hit the link. All right,
you don't play with him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't play with him at all. Like, no. Like, you brought up, no, I can't deal with that. Me personally, I understand people try to act like everything's just content and, you know, it's just content. No, it ain't. Not for me. I don't know. Just for me, it's just not just content.
Is it different because you met him in person? Maybe like it's because since I never met him, to me everything he does is content, and I'm willing to go off on him when I need to. Right? I'll keep him in his place. But like y'all met, so maybe, and then he played with you after the fact, and maybe that's why you take it a little. Could that be it? I'm only asking. I'm not saying.
Yeah, no. He just crossed lines that I just cannot entertain.
Okay.
I cannot. No. I will possibly have a real. I don't even. I can't entertain any kind of interaction.
Okay.
It's not possible for me.
Why are you looking like a whole man from Israel? What is that? The with that blue turban on your head, even though it looked nice. Now I'm not saying nothing negative, but you go ahead.
Cause I don't know. I just like my turbans. I got a lot of shit. I don't fucking. I got too much shit. I wear different shit, man.
It look nice on you though. I'm just cracking.
Thank you.
Like also, like I got somebody in the back right now. He's another person that like is strange. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's something clear. Yes, you. It's something clearly wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he always tend to try to come and just poison the well. Let's see what happens today.
Is it KT?
No.
Okay, I'm just.
Can I co-sign? Want to record.
These men be stabbing you in your back. These men be dirty. Yeah,
you know.
I like to co-sign for the record. I stand with Sharon when he said there are certain lines that if they are crossed, you cannot come back from, particularly when it's with family and things of that nature, that it was no reason to go. Like, there are certain lines, y'all. I know a lot of people on here, you know, we go back and forth, but we, you know, like something, but it's on the light end. But there are lines that some people, it's a person, you gotta have enough love and respect for yourself and your family to put a line there and say, no, you crossed this line, you don't get to come back from it, and leave people over there. Just for the point, for the benefit of engaging for the internet, you're gonna lower yourself, your standard and your integrity just for what? So I firmly believe in putting a line out there, and when people cross that line, you make sure that you stand on what you say, and that shouldn't take much effort other than loving yourself and your family enough to know, nah, we're not gonna play with these type of characters, and ain't no coming back from it, and leave them on there in I gotta say it. I'll just send him unfuckwittable category. You are unfuckwittable on all levels.
That's $2, by the way, ma'am.
Listen that.
So I disagree with you because I'm a Scorpio, right? So I like my enemies to come real close, think it's all safe, because it ain't never safe once you cross me. Okay, I want you to think it's safe though. So the closer you get,
that tail gonna come out. Bow!
That's right, and that's how we work. We let you think it's comfortable. Get comfortable.
Right, and so like again, so the man.
Sure, I'm out here, bro. Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Have a good one, Dr. Spoon.
And also I want to say that the way how she got the text because he exposed it on his stream, most likely, his wife's stream, whatever how he's streaming out. So I'm pretty sure he's figured out a way to stream again. Coco Loco, what's your thoughts? You want to say something? You just want to be here for some clout chasing? He just, I think he just want to have his face being shown, so we let him be. I guess we could let him be for the meantime. I don't know, but we know that Fighter ain't serious about anything. He just be trying to figure out ways to stab somebody in the back, like Bomb said.
That's exactly who he is.
Mm-hmm. You got something to say, Fighter? I don't think so.
He not fighting nobody in the back. He's spamming. He's sneaking up on you.
Okay, I paid my taxes, Sharon.
Look at his smile. Yes, sir. What would you like to say?
Yeah, the ladies love me. The ladies love it.
You look like a Mexican right now.
Fighter, why you sound like you're underwater scuba diving?
Yeah, your microphone is.
Somebody call ICE real quick.
Oh man, y'all crazy as hell.
So, am I able to ask what is going on with people giving out devices, computer screens, and all types of electronics? Is this the new age digital tricking? I would just like to ask for anybody else other than myself who doesn't know anything about that. Is that what you meant are doing now? You are tricking out devices or something? Could someone inform me of that? Because that's just not we don't. I don't work in that. Please help and do it like
it's happening. People are using this this platform for its original right? Is a dating app. People are still using this as a dating app. And so people are using the clout to begin some vagina. Clearly that's what Anton is somewhat doing. We don't know for a fact if he's putting peen down on it, but it definitely seems like he is. We understand the Lapeef network, they was known for the women that was going on a panels, according to what's going on now, that they was using that platform to be piping women down as well. And then so therefore, like it's trickling down to the smaller content creators as well. So I guess, and we also know DL, he was also somebody that was able to do that as well. Like he found his wife online. So people are attempting to use this app as a dating app for sure. And people are using their clout as a way to get with women that they possibly would never have an opportunity to.
Dara had a whole train full of vagina. They were lined up.
From online.
Yeah, from online. And they were lined up, and as one would go away, another one would step in their space, baby. Let's
right away, too.
All the vagina in which he had offered, some that he took it of, and some that he didn't.
So, and so like it's just not small. It just trickled it down to all different ranges. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
So what type of strings are tied to this? So
if Anton, Lapeef, Tommy Sotomayor, he flew out a couple like.
So what do I? So let's just play. Let's just pretend. So what do I got? So for I don't know, an upgraded state of the art. Like, is there a cap on the laptop? I'm just want to get the fiscal, control,
right.
of what am I getting? So what am I able to, what I got to do to get the new state of the art, the 2026 AI Dell laptop roughing around $3,000? What would that entitle me to give to Sharon for purchasing me that type of equipment? What am I going to be required? Do I need to send photos? You need conversations? Are we sexting? What's going on here? I just want to know. I'm outdated. You know, I got antiquated, understandings of what tricking is. I'm stuck in the old school ways. I am a bit of a seasoned woman. So please enlighten me. What is expected of me for a $3,000 state-of-the-art Dell AI 2026 laptop? Anybody?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to quantify because everybody get different levels. Like we got Mika, for example. They saying that she got a $3,000 bracelet. She get flown out to the D to go see the D. She also get to go to the basketball games, and she get her hair. I don't know.
Okay, well, those aren't superficial. Are you able to decide what you want? Because let's say I don't want to go to the game, but I would rather, do something else. Like, is there like an itinerary printed up front to understand for this is what, like who picked, who has the control over what I want? I might not want the bracelet because I like, what if I want something else? Am I able to decide, no, I don't want a bracelet. I would prefer, a new set of, like, how does that work? Is this just you get what you get, don't pitch a fit type of thing? I'm just curious about this new age tricking.
We are finding it out now. We are just finding out all the new ways that people have been doing it for a long time. Clearly, we seen people done did. Some of the ladies, they know how to do it as well. We seen some men done give the ladies $12,000, for example, and he didn't receive anything. So it's a lot of things going on in this internet that none of us really understood, but now it's like all being pushed out there. It's an interesting time, and it's getting messy out here. Welcome to the show. Next level, move forward. Good day to you, sir. How you doing? What's your thoughts?
Big salute, Sharon. Big salute. No, I just want to add this. Like, did something like this like really mess up doing like content creators doing collaborations? Like, far as especially when you're dealing with the opposite sex.
I don't think it messed up collaborations. I think people are going to start to really look at people's character and their integrity now. So all the things that you are saying, you're going to have to start moving a little bit more accordingly. They're going to start treating this thing a little bit more professional, I think is what's going to happen. Because we know it's happening with the opposite and the same sex as well, right? We've seen that one of the content creators that makes queens, right? She also used this thing as a dating app as well, right? So we know it's happening with the same sex as well. So you fellas, hey, you better be careful. Right, because they're saying that, we see it. It is what it is. But what's your thoughts on the next level? You think that people are going to start moving differently? And how are they going to move differently? They're going to move differently by asking for more things up front now. They're like, hey, I know why I'm here. I know it ain't just because I'm intellectual. I know you want me because I'm pretty and I got a big booty. So they just skip all of the formalities. This is how much I cost.
I think this is what people want. Like, like just speaking to like the whole Mika situation. They're like, she wanted that. She accepted it. I mean, it wasn't like nothing forced. So I think like people gonna respond how they want to respond. Like, say for instance, if someone approached this woman and said, hey, I want you to like fly you to the D, some women might say no, like they're not gonna go with that. But some women, they're gonna go with it because that's what they want to do. Like, I want to do content and I want to go to the D,
Some of the men too. Some of the men I heard flew out. I heard they flew out to the D as well. And they went to the basketball game as well. Some men did that.
They want to sit courtside. They want to smile on the couch too. I mean, it be like that.
Okay, is there a way, like, if you wanted to say, well, look, I don't want to go do that, but I'm remodeling my deck. So I would like, for me, it would need some patio furniture. That's very applicable, long standing. You know, that's gonna last me a good 20 years. Patio furniture, I got 7 to 10 years of that. A laptop not going to get me very far. But I would
see
prefer,
if I fly you out here, we're gonna do this for content. Me doing your deck is not for content. You know.
See, that's not, you know. So I'm antiquated in my still in my thinking of what it is I want, because I thought it's supposed to benefit. So it's got to be about the content. So the new tricking.
Can I
okay,
come
if it doesn't give content, it's not going to be acceptable. But what if the content was me remodeling my deck? That's content. What if I'm remodeling my deck and make some content out of that? Like, ain't that content?
It could be.
Yeah, it is.
It could be, but that doesn't think the content. These men don't know how to fix anything, right? We starting to see that now. They not. These men are not the same men of yesteryear. They're just not that. They are not the ones that work with their hands and all these things.
Okay,
right?
what about an automobile wrap? I've been looking into how I want this green wrap done on my car, and I've seen some really good ones. What if that became? I was like, I don't want the bracelet. I would like my car wrapped with this really nice green wrap that someone else can do, and we can film and make content out of. Like, why does it have to be limited to a goddamn panel and some mess? Why can't it? Like, is that just the matter?
That's because the women don't care about that themselves, right? They only care about what is able to. Well, the ones that are getting advantage taken of or taking advantage of the men, whichever one you want to call it. But they really only care about the visuality of the situation, them getting clicks and views, or just them getting pushed down to the algorithm, them getting clipped up, as we just say. Like, so that's the thing that is selling the most. The clout is what people are chasing. They're not actually chasing anything tangible. Most of those people that are chasing a clout, they don't actually even know how to take advantage of the clout that they gain. Most of them, right? Most of them, they are on these bigger platforms, and they are not able to garner the same audience as the bigger platforms, not even half. So, you know, they're chasing the clout, not understanding the business side of the clout. Because there's nothing wrong with chasing more attention to build your platform. There's nothing wrong with that. As when you clout chase, now you're just doing it just to do it. You're just doing just being an attention seeker. That is a problem. And I think people don't understand what clout actually means, right? Yeah, you want more attention towards your business. Everybody that is on YouTube want attention towards a business. But now it turns into clout chasing when you're willing to do nefarious things with or against you for the attention. That's when it becomes a problem.
Well, I got nervous.
Lastly, I'd like to ask the men, last question. Is there a CEO of tricking, unanimous, or who's in charge of making these rules? Because tangible things go a long way and last. Like I said, a deck will last for, you know, the next couple decades. So who, like, you know, cloud is only for the moment, and it changes with the weather. Who makes up these rules of what people gotta
people gotta actually have a house so they can even build their goddamn you know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't even live that way for themselves to be looking for a deck to be built for themselves.
Hey, Mr. President, I was so nervous when I clicked on this app. I clicked on one of your pages and it said 5 people's watching. I said, oh, Lord, what's going on? We only got 5 people watching this morning. I realized that you were streaming on mobile. I was about to go. I was like, baby, we got to send him a sale or something. He only got 5 people watching.
Damn. Hey, it don't matter how many people watch. As long as we doing the good content, that's what matters the most.
That's what matters to you. That's what matters to you. Let's be clear. That's what matters to you. It matters to me how many people watching shit.
Oh shit!
I can't be the vice president for 5 people watching. Nah, bro. We gotta keep these numbers up. Matter of fact, since we hit the 3-hour march, they almost scared me. Let's go ahead and send a couple donations. Matter of fact, we gonna call it tips because Donald Trump says that tips are tax-free. So I need you to go ahead and start sending your tips over to the SGB Nation. We don't care if it's $5, $2, $10. It's Friday. You just got paid. Let's do some $19.99 orange stickers. But we gotta send it because he been working for 3 hours. He been working hard. He be having these successful black women over here that y'all can't get on y'all channel. So y'all should support the SPG Nation.
Salute to the VP. Y'all know what he meant. You know that man can't pronounce his vowels.
But Beachy though, my bad, Sharon.
You good? Go ahead.
No, but Beachy, like you talking about, far as like who is the president of the tricking? Like it can't come off as tricking. It got to come off as content. Like I can't just say like, hey, I'm tricking to you. I gotta, hey, this is content. You know, we're gonna do some meetings and we're gonna discuss how we're gonna like. It can't come off as like, hey, I'm just doing this for you. It got to be like for content.
So when y'all say content, it's y'all the word of I understand what so content has turned into its own entity, right? Where it's supposed to be a living, breathing organism that has some substantiality, because content just supposed to be right for the moment. So y'all saying the content has to supersede that moment, is to keep going and growing and keep on. Ain't no just one time. You got to keep going with it. Like you F with me, you stuck with me. Like, because some, that seems like you're getting locked into, like, content could be the content for today. Like, what we doing today, I'm not gonna be doing this tomorrow. So that means if I'm internet tricking, what we're gonna call it, internet contenting with Sharon, that means day after day, I gotta keep coming over here and up in his face.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. I mean, bring your big head ass over here every day. I said, listen, we need you to be present for 6 months so this content can reach the world. We wanted to go to the north. We wanted to go to the south. We wanted to go to the east. And we wanted to run around this globe as fast as it possibly can. Now, I just think people don't know how to capitalize, kind of what Sharon was saying. They don't know how to say, hey, yes, I'm going to review somebody else's content, but I'm going to have a reason to keep people here. A lot of people, we'll see, like when they review other people's content, they got 200 people watching. But when they talking about a subject that's on, they're not entertaining. So they understand that they're toxic. We call it toxic content creators. That's the only thing that they can talk about to keep people entertained. Hope that break that down for you.
Yeah, that was actually a really good breakdown, because like even though we watching this video with Lucky and everything, we only got through 10 minutes of the video, but we've been here for 3 hours. So really, even though I'm using the example to get people to, because people like and enjoy the drama, but really I use the drama to actually have an overarching conversation, an overarching point, not necessarily it being about those two people, but we wound up talking about goddamn cyber stalking and how you can get IP addresses, and all those things happen because of just the 10 minutes of viewing the content with Lucky, right? And so a lot of people cannot actually turn the content into a conversation. That's what real content creation is, right? And in the beginning, when I did my first hour of this video, this live stream, I created the whole content by just talking myself. So like I went from creating actual content with me, just giving my morning thoughts, and then now I'm reviewing somebody that's me content creating, because now I'm using somebody else's content and recreating it, repurposing it to something else.
So basically what the president said in so many words, the content that he's reviewing should start the conversation. It should not be the conversation. See, when I go to other people's pages, you see them, they got a 3-hour video and 2 of the hours of them playing somebody else's content. That's the whole conversation. But now when you can say, hey, I'm going to take 15, 20 minutes and I'm going to talk about that for 8 hours. I'm going to talk about that for 5 hours. And if you want us to be here long, y'all better increase these super chats and these super stickers and whatever you got to say, because I'm telling you, it's Friday. We will leave y'all today if y'all don't donate. Today is donation. You donated to Umar. It's time for you to donate to SGB. So the point that I'm making is that some people don't know how to be able to start conversation with other people's conversation. They literally say, I'm just going to restream your conversation on my platform. And that's the difference.
Get next up. I see you. I know you had a thought.
No,
So does it ever turn off? Is it forever, ever? Like at some point, what if we tired of each other? What if 3 months into this, I'm tired of you, and I just want to give you back this laptop? Can I return the purchases and say, here,
yes, you can. So let me tell you the process. We need you to like, we need you to share. Hold on, we ain't talking next level right now. We have a conversation. Listen, hey, if you like and share and you bring 8 more people like you over here, then when you get tired and want to leave for 3 months, we can talk to the other Brittany that talk like you. So you gotta like, you gotta share, you gotta do all that so we can let you go. But we can't let you go until you share it.
She have to put in the 2-week notice, E.
Diva, you there?
Otis Who Network, $2. Sharon, please don't let E-Man take over the show.
What was that? What was that?
I know what it is.
Go ahead, next level. This is your opportunity. Go ahead, next level.
No, I was gonna say I came up because what Beachy was speaking of, like the cyber stalking and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to terroristic threat, it's just not about like actual terror, like bombs and shit. Like you can just be saying threatening things to people like, hey, I'm gonna whoop your ass or whatever the case may be. And that can be considered however they want to word it or bring it up to whoever they bring it up to. That can be considered terroristic threats. I'm just saying.
Yes,
I want
according
people
to
to know.
you could be right now. You could terrorize me by daily and daily to the point where if I say you've incited terror into me, all I have to do is hit that that button of allows it'll say either terroristic behavior or terroristic threats, whichever, and then that's where I would start with, and they will classify that appropriately. So thank you for bringing that up. When we say terroristic, a lot of people automatically assume and it's some I block whatever, like you're trying to actually plan some type of hit on the nation. No, you yourself are the nation that's being hit. It's you that's receiving these threats and this terror that's being put on you, and they do handle that very seriously. I'm surprised, like they handle that very seriously.
Online thing, you can't. I mean, it will stop you with travel. It will stop you with jobs and everything. You know what I'm saying? You will lose a lot of access to like military bases, a lot of things when you have terroristic threat on your record.
Yes, you do. Thank you for bringing that up. We didn't get that far because I realized quickly a lot of people over here just maybe people haven't had that experience or don't get bothered. They just like to be, I don't know, they engage. But for more my side of the goddamn fence, you keep on and you've taken it to a point, and a lot, like we said, a line getting crossed. Okay, now you going too far, and then it's handled accordingly because people do deserve the right. Like I think Bomb said earlier, she's like, "Oh no, that don't matter. You can't say you're harassed because all you gotta do is turn off your internet." No, that's a lie. That's not what the law says. The law says that me, Sharon, Next Level, Bomb, Edelman, Diva, all of us, we have the right. It's our right as citizens or none or whatever to participate on the World Wide Web in peace and be able to engage and share and explore or whatever we're here to do without being terrorized every day. That is our right. It actually is an actual civil right. And if you go to FBI cybercrimes and pull up, you will find out if your rights have been violated to the point where you want to come online and just not bother anybody, but someone can keep talking.
You don't have no civil rights on a platform like
again.
This.
If you are right, wrong again.
Look, and you just keep talking
because you're wrong, and you keep being wrong.
But let me be wrong then, right? Let me be wrong.
How about this, Bob?
I didn't say. What I said is that look, and let's go. What is wrong with her?
You girl, because you jump in so quick to be like to want to say somebody wrong. But if I could,
okay, but you don't remember that when you were speaking just now, without me saying anything for the last 15 minutes, you said Bomb was wrong. You forgot that you did that? Okay,
and you wrong again.
Okay, well then, so now that I'm saying that you are wrong, right? What I said
What am I
earlier
wrong
was
about?
what
Tell
I
me what
said
I'm wrong
about
about.
what I said was that
Tell me
you
what
can
I'm wrong
push.
about first.
If you
Tell me
shut
what I'm
the
wrong about.
girl, I'm trying not to say I ain't got $2 to give. Okay, I'm really just trying to be nice.
Well, I got the $2. Say it. Just say it.
Okay.
I got the money.
Listen, shut the hell up. Okay. So what I said earlier was that it's not as simple, right? Even if I was outside and I'll say I kick your ass, right? Doesn't mean they coming to get me for terroristic threat, right? And so that's what you just said. You said that I said that you can block. Yes, you have to do your due diligence you can simply block the person. But you said if they come at you every day and you not participating, you're on the run. Yes. So that's what I was saying, that you're incorrect in what I said earlier when you just told everybody that I was wrong. But you forgot that you said Bomb was wrong.
So if we are to go, if Sharon wants to
and you talk too motherfucking much.
Hello,
that's the $2 that I'll pay. Okay, because you just running your goddamn mouth. You won't even let the people, when Sharon announces that it's somebody else's turn.
And what you gonna do about it?
I
What
ain't
you
gonna
do about me running my mouth? What you gonna do?
I ain't gonna do nothing.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Right.
I know.
Yes, and you're not gonna do nothing either. Okay.
I don't have a complaint. I'm just here to let Sharon and everybody else know. They go to FBI and pull up the cyber crimes. I have that link already always on my phone. Just
go pull up the cyber
and find out your civil rights.
Accuse me of terror, telling her. In fact, I want you to do it now. So I'm letting you know, BT.
Yeah, we can pull it up.
I'm gonna kick your head.
Let me get the link.
Now go and tell them and see how they work out for you. Go tell them I said that.
So I think what Mom is saying, that your rights can't be violated online. So
no, that is not what I said. No,
your civil rights. Isn't that what you said earlier? You did just say that. You just said your civil rights can't be violated.
Your civil rights on this program called YouTube doesn't apply. You are not. Okay.
So let's find out.
Civil right. YouTube can knock you off and ain't nothing you gonna do about it. You can't say, I got the right of freedom of speech, because they put their policies in place where you don't really have a freedom of speech. So if you don't know that though, right? You know the civil rights and your rights only apply in certain areas. You do know that, right?
It actually applies cyber too. Girl, what's wrong with you? You trying to rewrite the goddamn law. Let's go to FBI.com. Let's find out if she is right. We're going to find out today, girl. Because you doing a lot of
how do I stop your civil rights? Do you know what your civil rights are?
Go to the FBI.
How do I stop you from getting a job based on your color, your religion? How do I as an individual, I go against your civil rights, honey?
We can find out right now. Sharon, are you open for us finding out
the question? How can I, as an individual, go against your civil rights?
Hang on a minute, girl. We're gonna find out.
What do you mean? Hold on. Just
let me go to the
site. Oh, you got to Google some things. Okay.
We got to pull up the FBI. I ain't Googling nothing. We're gonna just go straight to the FBI.gov.
Okay, and then
that's what we're gonna do.
So what you gonna show? That I, as an individual, can go against your civil rights. Is that what you're going to show us?
Yeah, we're going to find out if civil rights apply to FBI cyber crimes.
What?
That's what the online is. It's called cyber.
I know that.
So we want to find out.
Do you know what I said when you said I was wrong?
You said that how
do I, as an individual, go against your civil rights? That's what I'm asking. Because the civil rights is usually about industries, businesses. How do I, as an individual, go against your civil rights? Because I have the freedom of speech, and I can call you anything I want to, right? Even I can dislike your race and your religion and all of that. Would that be against your civil rights?
Girl, I can't talk to you and look up stuff at the same time.
I know, but the thing is, you made a statement that you didn't know, and that's why you gotta look it up.
No, I didn't.
You were looking at.
I'm tired of talking to you. I just want to find the law for it, and then I'm good.
So y'all telling me I got a case against PH Diva? I know I've been getting abused for the last 3 years. I've been getting abused.
So hold on. Who is this? Go ahead, PH Diva, and tell me who you think this is.
Beretta Scott Kane, $50. Drop Ruthless Toothless now.
Who is who? Who's Ruthless Toothless?
I have no idea. Ruthless is not up there.
Beretta Scott Kane. Who is Ruthless Toothless? Edaman Williams. Who is Ruthless Toothless?
I don't know. That's a hard one because and then she left. She spent the money and left. She ain't come in a sense. Watch it.
Next level moving forward. Who is Ruthless Toothless?
Oh, I thought they was talking about Ruthless.
It's Bomb Cherry.
Yeah.
Bomb Cherry, you think it's you, Bomb?
Oh yeah, I knew you
said the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
Goddamn. I had no idea why they call you Ruthless Toothless. That's a new one. I never knew they called you that.
I never heard that either.
But we gotta get back to the conversation. I've been trying to build a case on PH Diva for years, and I feel like my civil rights been violated as a man.
You enjoyed it too much.
Yeah, I was like, she talk about how I speak. I know that's terroristic text. Talking about my words I can't pronounce. I feel like I know for a fact that that's something.
That's harassment, right?
Nah, that's terroristic. What did y'all call it? Terroristic? I think she's a terrorist. She's terroristic, bro. I'm telling you.
We gotta add that to that. Terroristic. We gotta add that one.
So Beachy. It like when it comes to terroristic threat, is it like mostly like how that individual like take it? Like
yeah, so you got harassment, like that's how they classified regular charges and crimes. So cyber has its classification too. So you're gonna have one type of harassment, and you got your stalking, then you get to where it gets terroristic. And I don't know the breakdown of those, but they do provide it. I'm trying to get exactly where I can get
look it up while I define what terroristic. See, when PH Diva attacked me, it's like therapy, but it's still like terroristic. So I put those two words together and call it terroristic attack. I'm gonna call it that.
Let me shout out to the cash app. The cash app says Bomb Cherry cuss credit. So you had some credits, Bomb. So you could have cussed away, but they done dropped you. And the cuss credit ain't enough to cover the drop.
All right, so I had to go on my phone because I'm sorry, it was just taking me too long to type on there. So to report cyber crimes where civil rights are violated, exemptional hate crimes, harassment, discrimination, file a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, at www.ic3.gov, and the DOJ Civil Rights Division at civilrights.justice.gov for immediate threats. Call 911. So we can go to www.ic3.gov and report that your civil rights are being violated through the internet. Now we can do that. Well, we don't even have anything here to report, but I think Bomb Cherry said that could not be done. So like I said, it could be, and we can go to that site though and look it up if y'all all just want to have school today, and I'll see if any of us have had our civil rights violated if we classify. So we had to learn and leave from these platforms with something we didn't know before we came. Okay. Now I don't know where Bomb went, but Bomb, that's the site. I can put it in the chat. Well, I don't need I'll just space it. I don't need no wrench to do that. Okay. Or when we put in the back chat, Sharon, which one?
Either way.
Okay. Well, I can put it. Well, we all gonna see it. I'm gonna put it in the regular chat. Hold on. So for all of you people, that is what you said. You came up here when I said civil rights being violated on the internet. You ran up and you said, you cannot do that. That's exactly what you said, Bum. I don't know if you
Just like
had your
the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
Damn. They on your ass, Beachy. Go ahead, PH Diva.
The lie detector won $20. Drop the bearded lady with the fake pigtails.
That was harsh. What she do to you, lie detector? Shit.
Now they done said cyber again.
Hey, y'all here?
Hey, what's up?
And we said Constitution. They was talking about your rights.
Yeah, constitutionally, I don't think it counts. Maybe there's a something that falls under maybe a congressional statute or something. But I just looked up what she was talking about, and it seems like it's more so regarding employment than it is for maybe something that a company would do to you online. So
can you saying that your civil rights cannot be violated online, like in these kind of platforms that we are in? If it's
legally speaking, I don't think you can bring suit. No.
You know, okay.
Did I don't
know. Yeah. So
if Google, for example, if you think that Google, banned you because you have a black platform or because you're black or something, you can't. I don't think you can bring suit. Because Bomb Cherry is mostly right on that. Is that that is mostly like a public entity. Now, if you're on a government website and you think that every time you comment they're blocking you because you're a minority or something, then you can bring a civil suit because that's a public entity.
Well, we talking about civil versus individual suit, right? Because those are two different things, right? So you saying that if I feel that I'm being discriminated based on based on the civil rights, color, gender, all of these things, I cannot sue?
No, I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can. So you can sue a corporation. First of all, let's put this out there. You can sue for anything.
Well, you can sue for anything. But we're talking about whether it's like legally speaking, you have a case that you're going to win in the court of law, not whether someone can sue someone. You can sue for anything.
Well, you got to have evidence. I'm not saying that you don't have evidence. That's not what I'm saying, right? So if I have evidence and I can prove.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger.
The biggest difference.
Hold on. It says
you include the Commerce Clause.
Hold on. It says, "Hey, that's my $20, and I got credit." So, hey, she ain't playing with y'all. She said, "And I got credit, so it's gonna cost a little bit more to drop me this time." God damn it!
In AR, we wasn't talking about a corporation. I think she.
Hold on, Edith, man. We don't want to hear you. We want to hear the lady that make AR do dishes. Go ahead, beautiful. Go ahead, Mrs. Random Independent.
She can't. I thought I was muted when she was talking.
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, you better not be talking crazy to me." That's what we heard. We heard what she said. She said, "Talk crazy to me like you talk to them online. I'm gonna show you what's up."
Hey, she already beat my ass earlier. Nah. Give me a second. Let me give her the headset and see if she want to talk.
Yeah, that's who we want to talk to. But like I was saying, I was trying to understand the point of an individual violating somebody's civil right, not actually a corporation, because I think those two things are looked at different in law.
Okay. All right. So while AR figure out he's going to bring somebody that's actually studying law to help us out with this situation. So shout out to AR for getting somebody that actually studies law involved in the conversation. Go ahead, Beachy. You can finish your thought.
She's good now.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got here. But we are here now, right? I don't know how we got here, y'all. We was trying to do the what was on devices and trick. I don't even know how we got here, but I'm here for the ride. Okay, I don't even know how we got here, but I am thoroughly entertained. I'm enjoying the conversation. I am here for the ride.
So do you have any examples where we could see where your civil rights can be violated online? Because people do not understand that part of it.
I don't have me personally. Well, we can look at you guys for an example. Why you all tread carefully with certain words like F words and certain communities, and that's an example right there. I'm not a part of those communities, but if you were bothering me with that type of speech, as Black folk, we got hate speech, we got the end stuff, we got people that have lost their had to take some type of consequences for keep coming on here and want to N-word everybody, and they were the opposite race. Those are a couple people over in the Black sector. There was an issue, but yeah, I know what y'all talking about, that freedom of speech, but the cyber laws have caught up with us, y'all, to where now, let's say Sharon was a Hindu something and I'm this, I can't just keep attacking him in a harmful way against his right to want to wear his red string because he a Kabbalah. I can't just keep on harassing and bothering him. He has a right to exist in peace with his religion. So if I continue to do that and it became an issue, he's able to use that against me, or not against me, but for him, it's protected right. Like all these protected classes that we have built up, they've also transferred over to this internet world, hence cyber. That's what I was saying. So a lot of people, not a lot, but there are individuals who they just kept going thinking, oh, I could say what I want anytime and no consequences. And they found out there were consequences and that those crimes have transferred over. And so you just can't keep coming up. I mean, people do it and they're going to do it because most folks would just know to block them, keep going or troll them back. But other people are like, no, I'm not going to stand for that. I want to come on here and wear my red string and be a Kabbalah, and I'm not bothering anybody, but I'm being attacked for that. And then they take it over that way, and then it's handled however it's handled. I haven't had one that I've had to go that far with, but if I did,
does that apply to everybody but Black people?
Hold on,
because I don't see that with
That's
Black
good.
people.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Go ahead, Mrs. Independent. Go ahead.
I think the question that you had asked before was, is there a situation in which you could use the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
Yes, in online conversations.
So generally speaking, the Civil Rights Act, you can apply it to private entities, but it's in very specific situations. So you have like public accommodations. When you asked the question, the first case that came to mind was Hart Hotel. And the reason why that hotel was able to have the Civil Rights Act applied to them was because of the Commerce Clause, which is a really obscure concept that it will take forever to explain. But long story short, pretty much anything that Congress touches in regards to money, people are subject to their control. So that's pretty much how the Civil Rights Act was applied to them. So I think in the specific context, if you're talking about online and private entities, the first question you want to ask, are they subjected to congressional control in some way? Are they taking public funding? Because generally speaking, the Civil Rights Act is going to apply to government entities, and it applies to private entities with some type of government attachment. It's not just going to be an all general thing that it can apply to any private entity just because you were discriminated against in a specific class.
Now, is there any instance can I attack somebody's civil rights on my show?
When you say attack someone's civil rights on your show, do you mean, like, can you give an example?
I have no idea of how I attempt to, but is there something that I can do to infringe on somebody's civil rights?
I got an example. If I talk about appraising an Indian house and I say that I'm gonna give them a less value because it smell like curry.
I mean, okay. Well, in that specific situation, you're a private citizen. The other person's a private citizen. That's a matter between private citizens. So the Civil Rights Act of 1964 wouldn't apply there. Now, let's say you're running a business and you're
great
a
point,
business
because a YouTube channel is a business. So
it is a business, but YouTube is not the one enforcing that act. The question is who's conducting the act, and it would be I can't see it, E the man, he would be the person saying that. So just because it's occurring on the platform doesn't necessarily mean that YouTube would be responsible. Like you can even look at, it's not necessarily a civil rights act, but everything that's going on with Roblox. The reason why Roblox is being held accountable for a lot of things that's going on is because they were aware of it. They knew it was happening and they did nothing to stop it. And they were not stopping it because they were making money off of that person's actions. Versus other situations where it's just a platform and people can do what they want. Typically, they're not going to be held liable or even criminally liable for those type of situations.
But if I held a position, say if I was like the CEO of YouTube, or I had some type of title of a job, they could hold me accountable for my actions.
Well, that kind of goes into a different issue because that's more of like now a business problem because typically you're a CEO. I'm assuming you're saying like in a corporation, you typically have limited liability in those type of situations. So you would be held responsible for your specific act. The corporation won't be held responsible for what you do unless somehow, some way, the water's getting muddled and it's called piercing the veil, basically, where now it's like, okay, all of you guys can be held liable, but that is very, 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 very rare.
Okay.
So
like
we
if you look at RICO cases,
now,
like typically that happens in RICO
now,
cases.
we now know when AR mute his line, he really asking for advice. That's what we know. We don't think it out.
100%. I'm like, man, this girl could put a sentence together. Shout out to you, Miss Independent. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Now we know why he do so many dishes. Makes sense.
I gotta keep her around. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to her. That was awesome. That was a great explanation of it. So, very interesting. I like it. I enjoy it. Welcome back to the show, Shadow. What's your thoughts?
Hold up. Yeah. So honestly, I get it. I'm just clicking in. I'm reviewing what she was just talking about because she sounded like she knew what she was talking about. I'm assuming she does because she's a lawyer. So, you know, I don't know how to.
It's
speak
not good
too
for you to
well
go after
on the
her.
positive
Just
side.
ask a question, Shadow. Don't try to make a statement after her. It won't sound right, my brother.
It ain't gonna sound right.
Well, it's actually good to know what people say before you start trying to respond to them. I know, rare thing, but you know, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I told you it was gonna sound like you're speaking in incomplete sentences. I told you to ask a question. I tried to help you. I tried. Listen, I be around smart people all the time, and I realize you don't make statements behind smart people. You ask a question. I promise you, make you look smarter.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I shut up. I'm like, hey, I recognize. Yeah. All right, so I guess we can get back into the nonsense, to the foolery. I guess so. All right.
Well, I think me and E got a problem.
Uh-oh.
I got some foolery for E today.
Oh Lord. What either man do to you?
He been skipping his workouts. He been jumping in conversations, saying he doesn't care about what the conversation was about. He's sitting there acting like Willie. Nah, he has a higher standard in my world. You gotta do better, bro. I'm the fuck up in this conversation. You gotta do better, Mr. VP.
Hold on. So, what did you get that assumption that I've been skipping workout? Because I don't come do push-ups for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, close enough. I could have said that.
Hey guys, we got I got a message from someone in the chat. I know they're not gonna pop out. That one, they currently have what do you have? Is this an order of protection you have against another content creator? It's being extended, and in their case, they said that they couldn't freedom of speech.
Do we need to get a line? Again?
That freedom of speech can't cross into defamation. Can you explain that better so I could say it to them? I think are you trying to say that they could not use freedom of speech in your case? It didn't work because it crossed over into the order of protection. I need to clarify that a little bit because I'm missing something. I think that's what they're trying to say. The person you tried to use freedom of speech in court for this current case that we about to get back on, and that freedom of speech was not, the judge did not say, it's not applicable because it tied over into the definition and violation. I think that's what they're trying to say, but I need them to clarify that for me a little bit.
I know, but we want to be clear. We do think they can break the law. They just can't violate your civil rights. You use civil rights. It's against the law for me to do defamation. It's against the law for me to threaten a person online. So it's two different things that we were speaking on. One was civil rights. I think that's a ballpoint, was this not a violation of their civil rights, but it can be a violation of a law because those two things are not the same.
Right. Well, that's why I gave the link for people. We don't have to think and speculate. We can just click that link, share the screen, and you can find for yourself to report the civil crime, to report cyber crimes where civil rights are violated. Example: hate crimes, harassment, and discrimination. File a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, at www.ic3.gov, and the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division at civilrightsjustice.gov. That's where a person should go to get not opinions and what we think and what can be. They're step by step. They'll walk you through and let you see what accounts for that. And in those, I've already looked clearly, but in those, it is going to include your sex, your preferential sex. It's going to include your skin. It's going to include your race. It's going to also include your religion, and some other things in there that you have a right to practice and to be without being attacked and targeted. Someone did ask a good question in the chat about how other people are getting away with stuff. Well, I don't know. Maybe a petition hadn't been brought up against them on this degree of this is now considered an attack. That's my only answer to them. It has not been reported through the proper channels to get the actions, but it's there. The tools are there, and the law's there for people to use. The law was for the lawless. So if there is an individual that someone thinks has violated to the point of crossing over and their civil rights are just being trampled over, a particular community of people that look a lot like us, then yeah, we should be using it. Why aren't we? Well, I do when I need to, but as a collective, like as a group of people are doing that. I guess some people aren't. Maybe you didn't know you could. I don't know. It may be some changes. I don't know.
So my question is, don't I have to have a level of power to violate your civil rights? So YouTube have a level of power on this panel. That's why they're violating. Even though they call me the vice president, I don't have any power here. What does that mean? That means that how can I violate your civil rights if I don't have any power?
And that's why I have a website, and I'm pretty sure there's the people there that answer those questions and let you know where you stand with that. Like explain all that in their professionalism, because I don't work for the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center for Cyber Crimes and Civil Rights Violation. I don't work for them, but I do have their information that I put there that you're able to find out and speak to someone. And they can let you know. They can let you know.
I got you. I got what you're saying. I apologize. I apologize. Now I understand. You're just bringing awareness of it. It's our responsibility to reach out to somebody who's a professional in it.
Yes.
I get that now. I understand now. I understand.
All right, let me read the super chat.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
My bad.
Brownsville, New York, $5. Peace and love to the Queen, Mrs. AR. That was dope. Peace and love to the SBG fam, especially the SBG queens. Peace and love, sir.
He was trying to tease Eat a Man with that one.
Oh, SGB?
Yeah.
You should have just said, don't discriminate against.
I do feel like y'all discriminated against my reading level.
Beachy, I guess I'm still a little confused on what you mean, because it sounds like I get the cybercrime part. Are you saying that the civil rights and the cybercrime are part of the same division, or what do you mean?
I just know that AR, you sound so much less intelligent to me since I heard your voice.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, that's fine.
I'm not saying anything. I put in how to report a cybercrime where my civil rights are being violated. That's what I went into my AI and put, and they sent me the direct place. And all I can tell you is that if you want more information, that you should visit www.ic3.gov for all your questions and inquiries and how to file if your civil rights have been violated through cyber. They will be able to give you the information. That's all I did was brought awareness and information. I can't tell you step by step. I haven't had to do that, go that far. I know that I can though. And I have looked a little bit further, and that's how I found out. Even like some people like, y'all ain't never know. A lot of people don't be attacking. You gotta be very, very careful. I've deleted some stuff off of my shorts. I thought it was just comical, but another community didn't like it, how it made them look, and I think they were like Saudi. They had something, and I just deleted it because it wasn't meant to be that way. But they had a right, whatever it was. They were practicing. They didn't like. I just took it off because I didn't need no problems. But so yeah, that is a thing, and YouTube does adhere to it because I got the email and they sent it. And I'm like, you know what, this ain't worth me fighting. And they don't. I can delete this. I didn't know it wasn't meant to be harmful, but that was their religious practice, and I kind of took it and I remixed it. And they have a right to practice their religion apparently freely without someone. What I did, I didn't even try to argue with it. It wasn't that serious. I just removed the content. That's just me throwing something random out there. But that's the site. You have to go study and call. Like people answer the lines. They're there, okay. And I don't know anything more than what you can find out by going to the same site and getting that information.
What was your video about that you think was a violation of someone's civil rights that you made as a private individual?
Their right to practice their something in their faith.
You were preventing them from practicing that?
No, but it was offensive. It was found. I didn't try to go and fight something that wasn't worth me. I get
okay,
what
so you.
I didn't take.
You're saying that because you made
action.
something offensive that makes it a violation of civil rights?
No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying when you two sent an email about the video, and I realized I didn't know I was doing it. I didn't have a problem just taking it off because it wasn't that serious. What I did, I took a video that was made from where I remixed it. I think it was Saudi. They have a particular, I didn't know that it was like an actual ritual. I didn't consider that the music that they had with it actually had a religious meaning to it. I didn't know that. So when I remixed the video and I put Pusha T, I remixed it to Clip's new album and changed the whole dynamics. And by doing that, I didn't realize I inadvertently was taking away their music that's ritualistic, that had something to do with their faith, and the actual dance that they were doing had something to do with their faith. I didn't know that I was undermining that by removing that from the video and remixing it with Clip's new album. I think I used Ace of Trump. I didn't know I was doing that, but it wasn't worth me fighting over. Like if those people were offended when it got so many views, and it must have crossed over to the algorithm. It was actually called the Debaki dance, and it crossed over whoever saw it. It was enough of them that said we don't like that, and I was fine enough to be like, say no more.
I get the point. So you two might have a policy that says you know if you're doing something against a religion or whatever. That
hold on 1 second. So Beretta Scott Kane, she actually got a credit. So this right here, she had a protection on herself. So this is. All you did right now is knock down her protection. Go ahead, PH Diva.
Beretta Scott King, $20. Now Beachy getting on my nerves. Send her to lunch.
So she had a credit to block that one. So now you had to put another 20 to actually drop her. Go ahead, AR.
Yeah, YouTube or any other private company can have guidelines and the policy that they set on their website that says, hey, we don't allow this on the website. And if you do that, and someone reports it to them, they might send you an email and say, you need to take this down or you're going to be banned. That has nothing to do with the DOJ or FBI, though, or Congress.
Well, No, I don't know if you answered the question. I'm just giving you the best example. Yeah, I don't know where I didn't even want to take a pay. It wasn't that serious. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. I'll just give you an answer to where I didn't know I was doing. I'm not trying. I'm not coming against Pakistani people. I don't have no issue with them, but apparently it offended and it wasn't meant to be that way. So I had no problem just removing the content. Like,
but I asked for an example, and you gave that as an example of.
Well, that's the best I had. You're right. That's all I had. I didn't take it further. There was an appeal process. If you don't agree with this, which like, no, I agree. We ain't got to do all that. It's not that deep, and it was not me. And I'm sure I'm not the only person, But now I see why other people don't do that. Though it must be something because I realized. Look, I saw other people don't really do that. I just didn't know. Yes, YouTube. YouTube.
I did want to say
it could have been YouTube. I don't know. They may have. Bomb said YouTube may have detected it, and now my guess is they probably had. They did, and it must be strong enough a claim to where it must have been done enough times. I just didn't know. I wasn't gonna some stuff. I'm just not gonna play with just for the act for what? Just to keep the damn short up. It wasn't that serious, So I don't know. It wasn't that serious for me to go investigating exactly why. I got it. When they said it, I understood it. So I digress.
Go ahead, Eater Man. If you're there. Go ahead, Eater Man. You can hear us? I don't think Eater Man can hear us. Can you hear us, Eater Man? Goddamn. I don't think he can hear. I don't think he can hear us.
He said something, but we can't hear him now.
Oh, there you go. You can
hear
us
now. Is that better?
Yeah, we
I
can
hear you now.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you as well.
So what I was talking about is, say for example, because we use these words a lot loosely. Stalking, for example. For me to prove that somebody's stalking, I have to give them notice that I don't want them doing this. So just because somebody like you going back and forth with somebody and now y'all disagreeing, unless I say, hey, I no longer want to entertain you, or I give them notice that I don't want to be entertained by them anymore, they have not started stalking me yet. And so what I see is people go back and forth. They do a video about them. They do a video and they do this back and forth, and they say such and such stalking me now. No. That's not how stalking works. Stalking works in the way that I have to say I no longer want you in my presence or this, that, and the third, and then that person have to continue to do the stalking after that point. So, so a lot of these situations we see ain't stalking.
Great point. You're on mute, Beachy.
No, let me talk before she get in. She about to yap for about 10 minutes. I don't know if that is the actual legal definition of stalking. I don't think you actually have to provide notice, right? Like if someone is just encroaching on your house, huh? Yeah, I don't think that's true. Respectfully.
Did you just get corrected in real time? Or?
No, right. She's just saying you don't.
Wrong, nigga.
She's saying you don't have to say I think, but I'm gonna keep it as I think. But she's saying you don't have to say I think because you don't need to provide anything to say, hey, leave me alone for them to be charged with stalking. But I'm gonna say I don't think that that's the case.
So you said that I could be charged with stalking, and there was no notice given?
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay. When it comes to like the whole online stalking thing, could there be a thin line between like creating content and like trolling, as opposed to like what's someone may consider stalking or whatever, or cyberbullying or whatever?
Was that to me?
Just to the panel.
Okay.
So you don't need to actually tell the person to leave me alone. So stalking is legally defined as a course of conduct, 2 or more acts directed at a specific person that would cause a reasonable person to fear for their safety or the safety of others, or suffer substantial emotional distress. It involves repeated, unwanted, and non-consensual behavior such as following, spying, or harassment.
And don't ever, hey, Eat a Man, don't you ever contradict my girl again.
He put some bass in that voice for that one too. He put some bass.
About to be a situation.
Ogun 618 $5.
Oh,
Not to mention, you need to take a step to reduce harm. For example, if someone is texting you, block the number or the number if you're from Georgia.
So, can I add on that, you guys, since we're all on YouTube, and I guess just about most people have a channel if you don't, but most everyone that's gotten their stalking to go through, or harassment, mostly harassment before the stalking, but to get their harassment to go through, they would make a little video. They would come on publicly and say, "This is my announcement to Sharon. Please leave me alone." I always start with I don't know if there's a format for that or we all following the same script. I don't know, but it would be like, "Please leave me alone. Please, I would not like to indulge any conversation with you. Do not bother me. I won't be bothering you. This is your warning. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you." And it's very short or whatever. I don't know if the YouTube requires it or we're all following the same blueprint for any of us that have had the issue, like report somebody for her excessive harassment and just won't stop. But we did do I don't know why. I don't know if YouTube, that's a requirement for YouTube or not. I'm not really sure, but it starts with "I told you on this date," made it public for you to hear. Leave me alone, leave my child alone, or whatever the case may be, leave my family alone.
What the law says, you don't even have to tell them.
Okay, so we don't have to.
Once they do something repeated, it becomes a pattern for that person to continuously do something to you that is threatening to you. If you feel like your children, you or yourself, all those things that you in danger, you don't have to tell that person at all, as long as they keep on following you around. So a way of following is going from chat to chat or from stream to stream. That could be
when it comes to
video for video too. They do the YouTube also use those videos also. So let's say we're going video, like somebody put in the chat about the video. So Sharon, we're going back and forth, right? But I'm not doing the video back to you, to me. I'm not doing anything. I'm not responding. Your videos will account for Sharon's got 25 videos, all titled BG, whatever. I hate BG and her ponytails, whatever it is. Those videos will also go into that file of harassment. So I know people want to really, I get it, y'all, that we can get on YouTube, we can just make all the videos we want about one person.
When something go from trolling to far as like, because someone could, like, you may consider it as stalking you, but that person may say I'm trolling or I'm clout chasing you. Like, I'm just saying, like,
no.
Like,
no. I think y'all taking what I said out of context. I said these two people got a history of going back and forth. I ain't saying this person was just following them. They not having any conversation. The conversation is she said something about him, he said something about her, and they going back and forth. And now she's saying I'm being stalked. It doesn't work that way.
It does, actually. So if me and you going back and forth, but you continuously fight. So me and you have a fight. I win the fight. Or you win the fight, regardless. If I don't engage in you anyway, you still follow me, you still spying on me, I can still say that you are stalking me, even though we had a fight.
Nah, it don't work like that.
So yes, it's literally telling me harassment is included in stalking, but stalking is specifically it involves course of conduct that causes fear, whereas general harassment may only cause annoyance or distress. So it's clear verbiage for this.
But okay, but what I'm saying is it illegal to be a troll then online?
No, like, because a troll would be considered probably harassment, annoyance, or distress.
I thought he was asking if you could be charged with something for trolling. Yeah, you could be charged with harassment.
Yeah, harassment.
Okay.
Well, harassment is not stalking is a misdemeanor that you.
I guess it also depends on like if you're a troll, and I think harassment, we were just looking at it and it says unwanted communication, unwanted activity, or whatever the case may be.
Distress.
Yeah, and so if you're, even though you can't claim, oh, well, I was trolling, like it doesn't matter whether you was trolling or not. If you're, doing this unwanted activity or whatever repeatedly, then yeah, you can most likely be charged with harassment.
And by the way, stalking is a
That's what I'm saying.
misdemeanor.
We gotta watch our words. So you can be charged with anything. You don't have to do anything to be charged. So they're right when they say that you can be charged with anything.
Yeah.
But if
Okay, you'll be charged and convicted of harassment if you are
no,
trolling
you will
someone
not.
in there.
That's what I'm telling you.
Can be. I'm
If
sorry,
I
you
have,
can be.
Hold on.
No,
So
so
do
what
you
the
have? So hold on. So you're saying that it is somebody that actually been charged with harassment from trolling? Because that's what either man is trying to get at.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe you can be charged and convicted of harassment for trolling. Yeah, like just because you're a troll doesn't mean you're not. By definition, if you're trolling someone, you are harassing them. That is what trolling is.
Do you know? Has anybody ever been? Do you know?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. Have y'all read the YouTube guidelines?
I have. I know.
Y'all agree to so much stuff. Most people have no idea that they agree to. I'm just telling you, like I got the right to come on this topic. I'm telling you, it's a lot of rights that you think you quote unquote got on YouTube, but when you saw that, it's a reason.
Are you only talking about YouTube? Because I thought we were talking about online. We were talking about cyber crimes, not YouTube crimes, right?
So when it happens on YouTube, so for example, Sharon gives up his content when he comes on YouTube. Like they have a legal right to it, right? They have even when you start understanding, the legal right to review somebody content. Like if you put something out on YouTube and somebody reviews it, they have a legal right to do it. So now you can say, hey, this person is okay.
Not everybody, because Sharon has his channel set on can be reviewed. I have my stuff on cannot be reviewed. So if someone goes and does reviews on me, well, first thing I would do, I would strike their channel with copyright infringement for stealing my intellectual property. So in your settings, you got to be careful too how you got your stuff set and what you allow, because that's why I don't allow myself. I wouldn't mind review, but because of other legal issues that I've had, it's just better for me. I can't allow it because I have this one where I can protect myself. Is to just everybody just had to get thrown in the box, but that's all I can. That's the best I can do. I mean, personally, somebody could ask me, and I could say, yeah, you can review this part from this timestamp and this timestamp only. I get very technical.
I just said I done been on YouTube long enough to see that it's a way around that. Me playing my music on top of your music, right, is a way around it. Me putting, say, having kind of a layout up and playing just the words behind it, it's a way around it. So that's what I'm saying.
I've seen people try to do all that, and my copyrights always go through. They done took my face off of it and put another face on it. They did all of that, and I still got my strikes to go through.
Well, no, because it's a whole bunch of people who don't know how to use YouTube correctly. Some people get a strike and don't know how to go through the process correctly on how to quote unquote fight it. Rob G is a good example. I done seen her get strike and she said, let me get to doing these Twitter fingers. And she get to typing YouTube, and that's they know YouTube cool with it. So you're right. Some people's ignorant of the policy. That's why it goes through. But it's people who can get around it. Trust me.
Either man, are you saying that because you signed you accepted the terms and conditions of YouTube, that you can go to anybody's that says that they can, you can go to anybody's channel and just constantly, say epithets to them, X, Y, and Z, just repeatedly, and they can't use that to charge you?
What I'm saying? What I'm saying is the good example is what Sharon was saying. If I come over here and watch Sharon, then I go over and watch Angry Man, then I go to watch Rob B, and PhD but happen to be there, you can't say I'm stalking you because I got the right to go to all these channels just like you got the right to go to all these channels, right? The point that I was making is when they quote unquote saying, hey, I got the right to do, this quote unquote that I'm following you around YouTube, as in I don't have the right to go around YouTube too, is different.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Just because we go to the same, all of us go to the same place. Like that's what I'm saying.
But we're talking about harassment and trolling. That's targeted, right?
Well, that's not.
We're not talking about you going happen by happenstance. You go to the same videos that PhD goes to. We're talking about targeted campaigns, essentially.
No, because once hold on. Let me be clear. Because once you block the person, right, you can't see where they at, right? Unless you create another account.
Sure.
All right. So the first step, you said that the first step, if a person choose not to block you and then say, hey, you're stalking me, and you don't do any efforts.
We're talking about harassment.
Well, I was talking about stalking. I was talking about
harassment.
stalking.
So the thing is that we got to make it specific. Like, yes, everybody have a right to move how they want to move, but if they see you somewhere and then they be like, "Oh, I'm glad I caught you here," and they start trolling you again, that's different than.
But no, that's what I'm saying. But you can block them. Like I agree that it's harassment.
No, but
if
I
you
can't block
somebody,
you from somebody else. So I can't block you from somebody else's chat though.
But I can't see you. Like if I understand how blocking works, when I block you, you can't see where I'm at.
Yes,
you don't even see that comment.
No,
so you think that if you block someone that person can't be charged and convicted of stalking?
No, you miss.
I'm confused.
I think you're missing what I'm saying.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
If I block AR right now, AR's not gonna be able to see my comments. Do y'all agree with that? It don't matter where I'm at.
If I am logged in, yeah.
No, that's the point that I'm telling you. So if I block you, you cannot track me. That's why they put the blocking feature in there. Now you're right. Now the stalking do come in. I create another account to follow you, another account. Excuse me, another account. If I do those things, now you have a case, but you can't say, hey, check this out. I'm gonna choose not to block this person, but I'm gonna say this person is stalking me.
Why can't you?
Because you're choosing for that person to be in your space.
I'm not. How am I if so? I just want to make, because maybe I'm still not understanding. We have Sharon's channel. Let's say you had a channel. Let's say PhD had a channel. I came on. Somebody saw me on and decided to join up too. Then I go to your channel the next day. They see me. They join, and they're insulting me. They're doing all this extra shit. Then I go to PhD's channel. Same thing happens. Because I didn't block them, you think I don't have a case to say that they're stalking and or harassing me?
So now what you said is somebody coming up onto the panel.
That's what we're talking about. Targeted. No, they don't have to be on the panel. They can be in the chat.
Well, I was referring to the chat. So once you enter the chat, yeah, once you enter the chat, they will not be able to see your comments, right?
We're not talking about blocks at all right now. So you're saying that if I don't block someone, I can't bring up a case. Those things happen. They're in the chat. They're going to these different channels that I'm at, insulting me, calling me out my name, saying all these things, derogatory remarks and whatever. You're saying because I don't block them, I can't take them to court for stalking and or harassment. That's what you're saying?
That's his question now.
No, you can take them to court. Hold on, you can.
They wouldn't be
take
convicted.
people to court for whatever you want to.
I can't take them to court, and they wouldn't be convicted because I didn't block them. You're saying that the defense that they would rest on would be, "Hey, he didn't block me, therefore I was not stalking or harassing."
I think the local law enforcement wouldn't even pick up the case.
Well,
right, but hold on, but that's a good question. What he asked him though. So because AR didn't block you, you saying that person cannot be
charged and
convicted
for stalking? Is that your argument?
If I'm saying if you do not put any efforts in to stop it or to give them notice in court, they're gonna say, "Hey, what did you do to try to separate yourself from this person?" And
according to what's written, that
why do you think that? Why do you think that you have to block someone or take some steps to stop them from communicating or whatever with you for them to be charged and convicted of a crime? Does anywhere in the definition of harassment say, hey, the victim has to do something to stop them?
Correct.
I'm just saying what I'm saying is what I have seen in court cases. In court cases, the judge asks, hey, what are some of the things that you did to try to separate yourself from that person? And if you didn't try to separate yourself from that person, hey, I purposely sent this text message. I did this. If you don't have evidence to say that you was trying to stop that person from being around you, they typically do not get convicted.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
About to be a situation.
Ogun 618. $5. It strengthens the case of harassment or stalking when you take steps to block them and they circumvent your actions to reduce harm.
So yeah, I agree that it will strengthen your case. However, is not a part of charging somebody with this misdemeanor. You don't have.
No, you can charge me with
to,
anything. Yeah, we agreed with that long time ago. You can charge somebody. I ain't even got to be close to nobody.
Okay, we understand. Well, okay, and get them convicted, right? You just got to be able to argue enough that you feel it in danger. As long as you can prove that you are in danger, you'll be fine.
The only thing for someone to be convicted of a crime is for them to meet the elements, right?
Yeah,
that's the whole point of the justice system is here's a crime. That's the difference between manslaughter and murder. Can I say that word? My bad. I don't know if I can say that, but that's the difference between them. One's premeditated, one is not. Essentially, that's like the difference. And so premeditation is going to be a element, if I'm not mistaken, of one, not the other. And so if you meet the elements, it doesn't. None of the elements say that you have to, or nothing in the law or whatever says, hey, they have to they have to let you know, hey, stop doing this, or hey, I'm in fear of my life or whatever. If I'm doing something and a reasonable person would assume that it's going to make me fear for my life or make you or someone else fear for my life, I don't have to, let's keep it simple. If I'm doing something to you and a reasonable person would look at what I'm doing to you to say, hey, either man is probably fearing for his life. He's talking about how he's going to find him. He knows where he lives, X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to knock you out.
Threats are different. We're not talking about threats. See, that's what I'm saying. We're starting to take it out of context of the conversation. What I am saying is, if I keep saying, Sharon, keep texting my phone. If I go to court and say, Sharon texting my phone, he texted my phone. And they said, did you try to block Sharon? Did you tell him to stop texting your phone? He's like, nope. He should have just got the hint. Hold on, let me finish. He should have just knew that I did not want him to text my phone anymore.
No. All right, so no. Okay, so now
that's what a reasonable person is. That's part of the law.
And so also, like, threats is a part of it, right? Because you got to have your safety in trouble. That's a part of the harassment and the stalking part is the fact that you feel like your safety is in danger.
Well, no, if that's the case, I don't think trolling don't qualify for this because most people's safety is not in danger. Most trolls are not threatening people's lives.
Trolling by itself, maybe not all trolling is gonna, you're not gonna convict all trolls for everything they do.
Correct.
Because there's not really any intent, and this person doesn't actually know where you live. There's no a reasonable person's not gonna assume that, hey, you actually have to fear because this troll is maybe somewhere over here or something like that. But Sharon, his name is out here. He hasn't. If someone is on here talking about, hey, I'm gonna find out where you live, because it's not hard to find someone's address. It's really not. I'm gonna find out where you live.
That's totally different.
We know it's totally different. That's the difference.
No, that's totally different. I didn't know that you was talking about somebody is saying they gonna do harm to him and his family. Hold on, listen. No, that's totally different because now that's past harassment. That's threat. Now, threat is something totally different, right? In court. When we was talking about harassment, I thought y'all was saying every time they come up here, they talk about my hairline or they talk about Sharon forehead in that sweater, right? And every time they see him, they bring up that sweater. They bring up that sweater. They bring up that sweater. That is not harassment.
Yes,
no, that is harassment because
it can be. I should say it can be.
It can be like annoyance and distress. So trolling can be harassment, but harassment is not stalking. So that's the problem. But to be stalked, harassment is in stalking. And I think that's
what about the other side of stalking though? What about the other side? See, we are talking about it from like far as how y'all say, like far as the trolling, like, oh, people can mask it, like far as trolling. What about the stalking where people mask it as like, oh, I'm a follower, oh, I'm influenced? Like, you done had situations where people be so infatuated with these IG models to where they're popping up on them and all that type of thing. So what about, hey, I'm not a stalker, I'm a follower, I'm influenced by this person, hey, I follow with every time they go live or whatever, but you do have stalkers like that too that can be infatuated with the person.
Yeah, but we see celebrities get followed all the time, and they don't get they can't file these laws, right? Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
That's
Well,
what I'm
first of
saying.
all,
Could it be a thin line?
No, I'm talking about
line?
like from the
Could it be
media.
a thin line in that like someone's literally stalking you, but they mask it like, "Hey, I'm a follower of you. Hey, I'm a supporter."
Yeah, they
you know,
lying.
like could it be masked in that?
Absolutely. No. Well, the point that I'm making when I bring a
No,
celebrity,
but answer the question though. First,
yes,
like the answer
yes,
is
it can be masked that way. Absolutely. So
we brought up celebrities. Celebrities are a completely different situation. They fall under they are. Like for example, I think for like defamation and libel and stuff like that, like they have to go more above and beyond or whatever than a regular citizen does because they are a public figure. So they don't really fall under the same. So even if what you're saying is true, which it's not, they can still, whatever. It takes more for a celebrity to prove, or a public figure, generally speaking, to prove something because they are a public figure.
So do you think that content creators and regular people be held at the same light?
It depends on. I mean, anybody. It depends on how big that content creator is, I think. And actually, I don't know. I'm not sure.
There you go. All right. That's all I want.
But I'm not a content. I wouldn't call myself a content creator. I don't portray myself as a content
creator. AR, nobody ain't stalking you.
But I wasn't bringing up. Yeah, sure. You can bring it up for Sharon because Sharon has put himself in the public light.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're not only talking about the content creators, we're also talking about the people on the platform that use it. Anybody that comments, anybody that's on the panel is not a content creator. No.
I get that. I'm saying once, because the origin of this conversation is content creators, right? I think once you go into the content creator and you say somebody's following me and you're requesting people to follow you, right? I think it get muddy. I'm not saying that it can't be as hard to prove, but you say, hey man, these people keep watching me or these people keep doing this. And by your actions, you asking people to do those things. And I'm not talking about threat. I'm not talking about harming their life and their kids. That's something totally different. It's harder for you to prove that this person is doing something different from everybody else.
Yeah, but who has been, well, first of all, this is the first time you're talking about, we're only talking about content creators, even though I've been bringing up examples of non-content creators this entire time.
Well, I think we're reviewing a video. Hold on, let me put this in context, right? We're responding.
Cool. That's fine.
I'm not talking about random people on the street.
Okay, no content creator is gonna go, hey, this person comes on my live when I start the live and says hi, I'm gonna get him for stalking or something like that, or harassment. Like nobody's gonna do that. So obviously we're talking about these situations where someone comes on and they're making insults, they're doing derogatory things, they're doing negative things to the channel or to the person. That's what we're talking about. I thought that was obvious.
No. I think you're taking it out of context. So somebody was pulling up private messages and was reviewing that person private messages, and then that person responding to you reviewing their private messages. And the person who first reviewed the private messages is now, quote unquote, trying to say, you're stalking me. That was the context of it. And I say, hey, it's hard for you to prove that this person is stalking you if you're doing this back and forth with them. That was the point that I was making.
No, absolutely not. So, so Either Man, I'm stalking you. Many years, right? And then so now I noticed you and Next Level started doing a show together. So I can't get to you anymore. So I started to befriend Next Level to get close to you. And so now me want to get close to you, I reveal all the text messages and review all the text messages that me and Next Level did to get to you. That is the situation that's happening now. And then now you review, hey, I'm being stalked. Let me show you how I'm being stalked. Look how far this person is willing to go. They willing to go with people that I work with that don't know anything about our stalking situation to befriend them just so they can make me uncomfortable. That's what's happening.
I got a different take, but
that was well said.
Yeah, I respect the president, so I let him have it today.
That's crazy.
And that was, yeah, to be fair, y'all, that's an example that's why the cyber laws had to catch up, because I remember having a job and completely breaking something off with somebody before in my 20s, and they couldn't reach me. I had blocked them. Like, we're not in the same circles. The lengths they went through to get into my proximity, like finding out the people I hung out with on a whole completely different campus, they found a way. I don't know if they just showed up at a party there and began to be friends with those people just to get proximity to me. Then my job, they actually applied for a job at the place I work for. So I'm on the floor one day. I look, I'm like, who hired him? The manager's like, we're hiring. I'm like, this person is stalking us. Like, how we supposed to know that now? We try to. I'm like, oh my god!
But hey, that's not what's going on YouTube, though. That's not what's going on.
That's not what's going on.
Hold on. So she was giving a different example, but the example that I gave is what's happening on YouTube.
Yeah.
No. So I can go back and show you 4 or 5 videos of them two.
That was just an example of how to become friend, how to get in somebody to get practice.
So hold on. And before bomb get in there, right? So again, so if somebody's stalking me, you yourself, Either Man, said that the person got to announce it. So now that the person is announced and say, hey, this is what's happening to me, you're saying that's a back and forth. That is the problem that we
listen, hold on. This is the key. If somebody announced, hey, I don't want nothing to do with you, and the other person, quote unquote, the stalker say, hey, I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm not going to reach out to you. I'm not going to do any of these things. And then you do a respawn video. Then they say, you know what? I'm going to respond to the narrative that you're trying to build about my character. We can't now say I'm stalking you because I'm reacting to what you did.
Huh?
Okay.
Either man, if I'm stalking you and you respond, say, hey, this is how this person is doing that, is that a back and forth?
So it's a back and forth when I respond. So the point that I'm trying to help you understand is if you miscategorize, hold on.
So
If you miscategorize,
hold on. So you say yes, right? So that's the issue that we having with the logic that you're having. 1 minute you saying that the stalker, you give it more rights to the stalker than the person that's the victim.
No, I'm not. I think that's what you're missing. What I'm saying is if I pull up some text message from 2 other people and try to mischaracterize what you did this way, what you did, I got the right to respond to that. That's not stalking.
If I don't understand you, maybe you
misrepresenting
what is being said.
No. Listen, if you say something about me and
I'm stalking, all right, I'm stalking Either Man.
No. Say I'm stalking you.
I'm telling you, so we can have. Hold on,
I'm stalking you.
So we can have a baseline, right? Because
I'm stalking you.
I think the problem that me and you have right now that you don't have, me and you not established a baseline. I'm stalking you, right? And then so now after I can't stalk you no more, I go ahead and find out that you and Next Level is working. Then I go and befriend Next Level so I could get closer to you. Is what I did.
Yep.
And then now, and then after me and Next Level falls out, I now go ahead and put out information of all the text messages me and Next Level have. So now you and Next Level
and you mentioned me.
Now you and Next Level are having a falling out because of this whole situation, right? Because I created this whirlwind. And then now you go ahead and present all of this information on how you and Next Level fall out, and also how it started because my stalking from you from 10 whatever many years ago.
No, but what I'm saying, when I include you, Sharon, hey Sharon, I start mischaracterizing you, you have the right to respond. Like it's different if I keep it on Next Level.
Why you saying mischaracterize?
So the person felt that they was being mischaracterized by saying, I did these things that I did not do. So now that person feel mischaracterized.
Right, but the person, all right, so now me, the stalker, is never saying that I didn't do these things.
Well, they are. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, they're not saying
I forgot you go to sleep at night. That's the problem. You go to sleep last night, you don't know what happened last night.
I do go to sleep. You're right.
That's what it is. I've been trying to figure out. I was like, how don't you understand what the response last night was? It was a whole response last night
from the stalker.
Yeah, on Dr. Which whatever his name is, he was saying, "Hey, check this out." His response.
Right, but both of those people that you just named are liars.
Okay, cool. Cool. We can
Like,
say
how we gonna
everybody lie.
No,
I'm not saying we.
No,
I'm not saying that.
Hold on. No, but I'm saying
not,
that like we cannot. What I'm saying is this: you cannot discredit the person that is telling the truth about their situation for the stalker.
I'm not discrediting anybody. I don't know who telling the truth. Let me be honest.
That's what. Okay, right.
Because
So
you said that you know for a fact that you know. You know who telling the truth.
I know for a fact one of them is 100% a liar.
Right.
But that don't mean the other one telling the truth. That's the point that I'm telling you.
That's fine. That is fine. But one thing I do know that one that is 100% a liar, I'm not gonna believe anything he says.
Perfect. Cool.
So therefore,
but do you believe your eyes and what you see?
Right. Okay.
So if you see a text message, and the text message says, "Leave me out of it." They tell the other next level, "Leave me out of it. I don't want to have no part of this. You know, if y'all two gonna go back and forth, I am completely out of it." And I understand AI is this, and the text message, like if you see with your own eyes that a person said, "Hey, that beef between y'all is between y'all," and the person try to pull the stalker back in because they beefing with somebody they know. My question to you is, if you see that somebody's trying to stay out of it, is they still stalking?
Yes, that person is still stalking. They created this whole mess so they could get back into a back and forth where I get you to respond to me. Yes, that is part of stalking, to trick the other person into, like how Beachy said, to be in proximity. And on these YouTube streams, being in proximity is getting you to talk. That's proximity now.
No.
Everybody know that stalker. We know his tactics. He's been chasing that young lady for a while, putting out fake messages. Nobody believe anything he say. Only those of you who, like, for some reason you want to.
Right.
Because he's
strange at this point.
No. Listen, the whole and this ain't about them. I want to be clear, because I really don't care about nobody in the situation. I don't care.
No, honest. but still, but when
because I thought we was having a general conversation.
But the problem is, when we not talking about them, and we just saying that the stalker, we giving you the examples of the stalker being a liar. The stalker is befriending other people that's befriending me and people that they're working with, and they try to use all these other tactics to get involved. It sounds like you're giving excuses for the stalker.
No. I think you misunderstanding what I'm saying there.
We are.
What I'm saying, what I am telling you is, if quote unquote a person say they being stalked, and then they go back and they're responding and they're interacting, and matter of fact, they're reaching out to other people saying, "Hey, check this out. Don't work with this person. I don't want you to work with this person." And they're literally going.
All right, pause there. But the reason why I'm saying, hey, if you're gonna work with me, you can't work with that person.
No, that's not. That's not.
What she did.
Hold on.
Hold on. What I'm saying, that is the narrative that is going on right now. Hey, if you're going to work with that person, that is a conflict of interest. I can't work with you.
All right, perfect. So the point that I'm saying is, if you quote unquote say this person have been leaving you alone for X amount of time, they have not even been around in your space, and then you bring them up and they respond to you, I'm saying that's not stalking.
Right.
I'm saying, hold on.
Right, hold on.
I'm not saying they never stalked you before.
Hold on, don't move past that point, please. Hold on, let's not move. But you have to prove that the person left the other person alone.
Absolutely.
We don't have no proof of that.
You can't.
You got proof that they didn't leave him alone.
Yes.
Yeah, we can prove that. Yes, we can prove that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's where the disconnect with that. That's why we got to.
Okay, like if you got evidence that this person.
We can try to slow it down.
Yeah. No. I get what you're saying. If you say I got evidence over the last 2 years, this person been stalking this person, and that this person never left this person alone, right? This person have always quote unquote been stalking them. That's a different situation. And that and that's not the contents of what I was saying. What I was saying is, based on what I was hearing, hey, this person, we had beef in the past. We haven't had no conversations in 2 years. And then this person chose to start working with this person. I don't like it. So I start bringing that person back up because I didn't like what was going on. In that context, that person have the right to respond. But they've been stalking you continuously. That person is showing patterns of stalking, being a stalker.
Okay. Let me do the, hold on a second.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Go ahead, PhD, bro.
Y'all asses. The Voice of Venus, $10. Rolling Rolita.
Oh God, I didn't read it.
Right. Rolling Rolita keeps blocking AR in the chat for no reason. Are you gonna take her wrench? Huh? What you
That's a great question. That is a great question, Sharon. I think we should go back to that one.
Well, let me see if this mute button works. Hold on.
I just want to understand how you go to fish and enforce those stalking rules you was just talking about and all that. You know what I'm saying? Harassment and it's okay.
Look how quick the VP went against me. God damn. Go ahead, Diva.
Miss J, N9P. $10. AR just blocked me. I am not getting away with anything. Yeah, what? Where are we? Miss J, $10. Piglet, they need to take your wrench. You are blocked. How can you see me?
Y'all are a mess.
What's that N9P is? What that is? Because that look a little.
Probably YouTube.
But
when YouTube be adding numbers to people, YouTube be added numbers to people's names. They did it to me for a little while as well.
Someone spent their hard-earned $10, Sharon. That was a question to you, sir.
Hold on. Welcome to the show, Brownsville, New York. Good day, sir. How you doing? Save me, goddamn.
Yo, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. First and foremost, Cuzzo, can you hear me? Am I coming through clear?
Yes, sir. We can hear you good.
Yeah, man. Let me take my shoes off before I walk into your room. Peace and love to the queens on the panel. The Supreme Goddess, PH Diva, Bomb Cherry Juice, and the Queen Beachy. And then peace and love to all the queens in the chat, man.
Love.
Anya Bracy, the SBG First Lady, Robin M, DB, Shiesty Bum, Rogue C, it's me, Dr. G, Sexy Red TV, Conversations, MJ, Miss Jalen, Genesis, the Voice of Venus, the Verbal Assassin, Dawn, Keisha G, Renee, Zero Tolerance, the Victorious One, Corinne Mackey, Real Prism, Reese, Natasha Vincent, all the queens, man, all the queens. I don't want to forget about none of the queens. Talking to kinfolk, all of y'all, man. Every time I hit this platform, I'm making my purpose to lift y'all up, give y'all flowers, and show these men, show these knuckleheads how they should be treating the ladies, the queens, and the women on the internet, man. And peace and love to the kings as well. Can't forget about the kings. First thing I want to say, it's a dope show, cuz. Peace and love to you, man, for moderating a dope show today. To the king, AR, I'm expecting you to come public with a proposal pretty soon. Okay, stop playing games. You know what I'm saying? And do what you gotta do as a stand-up man. This harassment and stalking conversation is interesting. Because at the local level, it's adjudicated in a way in which, there needs to be a documented paper trail of a continued harassment or stalking, right? So usually a victim or an accuser would make a statement, call the police, or etc. However the complainant, however they make the allegations and say this person's harassing me, this person's stalking me, and then they submit, whatever evidence they have to show that, right? But then on the other side, it has to be investigated. And you talk to the person who's being accused, and you have to get his side of the story or her side of the story. And they'll have evidence and different things to show, their side, right? And usually prosecutors won't prosecute a case like that unless it's like an overwhelming amount of evidence to show that this person's actually being harassed and this person's actually being stalked, and it's creating hardships or danger for him or her, right? Online though, it's kind of tricky, I think, because it's a jurisdiction issue, and I'm sure the FBI handles the cyber crimes and different things of that nature, and I'm sure it's a lot of it, right? It's going to be a lot of allegations. A lot of people are going to make claims that they're being harassed or stalked, and so usually it has to be something clear, I would think, to get the FBI to actually investigate and use resources to make sure that, hey, this is something we got to get involved with, which is why you'll see people like the people that you're talking about, having it seems like an ongoing situation to where they're stalking people, harassing people, that people are claiming. So it's one of those things with a burden criminally. It's a very high burden. You got to prove that this person is engaging in this conduct and creating hardships in your life, beyond a reasonable doubt, right? But that person also has a side. So if you've been engaging back and forth with that person along those same lines, like for instance, if you've ever exposed that person's nudes, different things like that, that's also going to be taken into account on if your allegations have validity. So I think, when we're talking about it online, it's kind of complicated depending upon the individual situation. But it's an interesting conversation, and obviously we need to advocate that we shouldn't be harassing people out here. We shouldn't be stalking people out here. Leave people alone. If obviously if they don't want to be bothered with you, then why are you going to continue to try to be involved with that person, right? It just makes you look like a weirdo. It just makes you look like a bozo. And it shows that you have a lack of character and morals. And maybe you need to get some help for that. Because every relationship we try to cultivate is not going to work, right? And when that relationship no longer works, leave that person alone. Stop talking about them. Stop trying to engage with them. That's clown bozo type stuff. And those guys that are engaging in that type of nefarious behavior do need to be called out. But on the other side, I need the victims to stop engaging in that, right? Block that person. Stop bringing up that person's name. Separate yourself from that person and just pretend that that person no longer exists. The best that you can. And I think that's a better way to move forward, especially if you're going to continue to be on the internet. But peace and love.
Okay.
All right. Diva, you ready? They wildin'. Let me see if Diva's there.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's get it.
Miss J, $10. Piglet, all AR has to do is block me, but you and your cyber gang do not get it. Block me. Why you just don't block him? The Voice of Venus, $10. Drunk diabetic coma, when you learn how to walk again. I didn't read that. Maybe you won't be so miserable. How's those wheels working in this snow? You know what?
Shit.
Miss J, $10. Piglet uses Sharon platform to act like a victim, and you are blocked.
Mm.
The Voice of Venus, $10. Cray Lynn, Roland Rolita, been in this chat talking about me and AR for hours, then saying just block me. Is it crack? Stalker?
Lord.
Miss J, $10. AR, I paid $500 to get rid of you. I blocked you from the channel and you came back to play victim. Block me. These are receipts. Wait a minute. She paid $500 to get rid of him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who paid for him to come back?
Don't provoke me to act.
He washed a lot of dishes, Diva.
What?
How long, Diva? This is important. This is
slanging
Diva.
wood.
Yeah, washing dishes and slanging wood. There's nothing wrong with that.
I can't hear what Diva's saying. You over here yapping.
Like this. Would you shut up, Peter Man? Damn.
I don't want to hear about him slanging no wood. I want to do
shit, I do.
Bring yourself out the pokey.
I just
it was when you was, I think you was transversing in Africa at the time.
Africa,
wow. Yeah. Okay, let me put some respect on AR.
Hey, she's smart too. I just want to do my.
I heard her.
I want to do. I want to do my formal complaint on harassment on Brownsville, so the world will know that I feel like I have been harassed over these last 3 years. It's not holding accountable; it's harassment, and I'm hurt. I am hurt from the bottom of my heart, Sharon, that you haven't protected me in this space.
Oh yeah. Even before you keep on doing your thing.
Hold on. Bonche wanted to jump. Hold on, Edith man. Bonche wanted to jump in. She got something to say. Also, the Cash App bit says knick-knack, pat it back. Give it
but I'm sorry, before you go, because Sharon still didn't answer the question. He keep on trying to run from it. He didn't answer the question that someone paid their hard-earned $10 twice, I think, to get him to answer the question.
And all right, I will do it right now.
I'm about to be a situation.
Miss J, $10. Sharon, why is Piglet in stress? All her girlfriend AR had to do is block me and stop the cyberbullying. Venus is smart, but the biggest dummy. Okay, that was my attempt at imitating how she actually talked. How close did I get to the Puerto Rican princess accent?
You ain't shit.
I got to hone my damn skills and refine it, So I need feedback.
I don't think you want to sound like her. There you go.
Shit.
According to Eda Man, this is not her.
I'm about to be a situation.
All right. The Voice of Venus, $10. Rolling Rolita. They call her Didi in the hood. Disabled Darlene. You blocked 400 people. The delusion, girl. No one knows you.
Shit.
What you got, Didi?
According to Eda Man, this is not harassment and stalking, by the way.
Look how bitchy looking.
Bitchy like, what the hell is going on? Bitchy like, I didn't know.
Hold on. Nobody's giving no
Bomb Cherry. Hold on, y'all.
Hold on, Sharon. You did not answer the question.
And y'all finish your thought, and then Bomb Cherry.
Answer the question, Sharon.
Okay, after Bomb,
No. No, you said after Brownsville went, and now you're saying I'll go back. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Okay,
I'll scroll up. It
said,
said,
are you gonna take her wrench?
There you go.
Was that the question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Diva. They said, well, you got to include the part before that because I think they said something about, I like being the victim. They said Roland Rolita. Yeah, I'll start it. Hold on. Roland Rolita. He's blocking AR in the chat for no reason. Are you going to take her wrench? That's what they said. I can read it again. Oh, he left. I'll wait for him to come back. You can go ahead, Boncherry. My bad.
Oh my. Okay, so I've been up here for 1 hour waiting to speak. Okay, I forgot what I wanted to say. And the man who I was about to cuss out just left. Okay. No, Sharon. I'm just joking. I ain't nothing to say because what I wanted to say was like an hour ago now, when we was talking about blocking people from your channel. They can still see your content because people don't even have to be signed in to YouTube to see content. And I think somebody said that nobody can review their content. I think Beachy said that no one can,
right?
That's your copyright, but that's not true. Like,
it is true, and I can prove it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll prove you wrong because I'm gonna review something. You ain't got nothing over there to review, but I'm gonna do it just to do it, and we're gonna see when you strike me.
All right, so let's go to school, you guys.
Listen, look, I'm still talking, and she just
keep talking. I'm gonna pull up how it can be done.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm gonna review you later. I'll find something over there. Nobody watch it over there, but they'll watch it by me. And and then we're gonna see if you're gonna strike me, and then we're gonna see if it's gonna come back up. Because you ain't got no copyright. You don't even know what that means. Okay, good.
Now let me respond. So she said,
"I ain't got no won't admit that you're wrong, even about me going against your constitutional rights, your civil rights."
We're not talking about right now.
Oh, so yeah, but you won't. So you can't admit that you was wrong, and you try to gaslight.
We on the copyrights right now, so let's all agree.
I mean, but can you admit that you was wrong?
I'm able to show y'all a copyright.
Can you admit that you was wrong on the civil rights? That's all.
Girl, no, we done moved on. Now,
okay, so we just
now let's talk about these reactions. Now let's get into it. She said she can review me, and I can't copyright infringement. So let me show you how this go. So I did a video.
Oh my God, she about to gaslight how she did.
If you go into for everybody who knows that they keep their intellectual property to themselves. They stingy like Beachy. They got stingy.
Girl, you ain't got no.
You go into your settings, and when you get down there, you go to a place called collaborations or altered content. In that altered content, it's going to ask you questions. It'll also ask you, let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
She's so wrong, y'all. Even when I prove her wrong, she gonna
before you go live, you got to go into your settings, and it's going to say, do you allow reactions? I turn mine off. I don't allow reactions.
You don't know what that means?
Let me finish. I don't allow reactions to my videos. Now, some of them I don't do it for because I just don't care. But some of them I feel like, no, this is something that is involving other people. I don't want it to be reacted on. That's kind of what you want to put on a regular YouTube live. You want to go into collaborations and comments and likes. It'll ask you, do you want reactions? No, you'll hit that. Also, you can on remixing. You can also put don't allow remixing. That protects you if somebody want to remix your video, take your audio, do other stuff. You want that in there. You don't want them messing with it, making shorts. That's how you do that.
Is that your shorts? Thank you for saying it. I knew you was talking about shorts.
Also, she said I don't have no copyright. So also in the same thing. So you have to do it before you go live. You just click no reactions. Some of mine I have it, some of I don't.
She talking about shorts, y'all.
Did you say I don't have no copyrights? Do you want to stand by that? Because I can show you the last copyright within the last 2 weeks. You want to stand by saying I don't have no copyright? I ain't struck nobody channel.
No, I didn't say you didn't strike. I said you don't have a copyright. And see, that's what happens.
Okay, so then that means I want to struck them on copyright infringement. Okay, so let's pull out my last copyright infringement. Who got
look, she keeps saying copyright infringement. I am saying you don't have a copyright. You pay for copyrights in case you didn't know that.
What you think copyright? I don't know nothing
copyright infringement is somebody infringing on your copyright. I am saying you don't have a copyright. And since you don't even know that you paid for that, that tells everybody that you do not have a copyright. And see, this is what I'm saying. Girl, I thought you was educated, girl. You shouldn't have went to that school, girl. Go get your money back. Boo, boo.
I get my money back when you get your motherfucking legs back.
Girl, so I'm missing legs?
No, but you
don't
can't
know.
get up
You
and
ain't
walk
never seen
around
these
that.
thick
You the
ass.
one, look.
You ain't never
I
seen
get
these
my,
thick
I get
thighs,
this
baby.
for my degree.
You ain't never
Hey,
seen me
that's the
when
wrong
you
person,
go
Beachy.
Get up
on
and
That's
walk
the wrong, Beachy,
around.
that's the wrong person.
When you can
That's
get
not
up
the
and
right.
walk
That's
around,
Lord.
I get my money back for my degrees. How about
Beachy,
that?
Beachy, that's not the right person. That's not the right
it's
person that
crazy
people
that
are talking
I
about.
got these
Look,
thick
I don't know
ass
why she want to play
long
today.
legs,
Mom, I don't know what type of time
You
you on today,
reusing
girl.
somebody else in the
I
chat.
don't know why you want me to strike. You just want to fight.
Do
with
you have a
somebody.
copyright?
But I thought you were trying to say I can't copyright strike a channel.
No, but that's not what I
No,
said.
that
And
ain't
then I
what we're talking
corrected
about.
you.
That ain't what
I
we
even
were talking
corrected
about.
you and said you don't have a copyright.
Okay, well, whatever the fuck. But I know I can copyright
Girl,
strike
you
a
drunk
channel.
or high? What's
I
going
know
on?
that much. And so can anybody else up here. Everybody
But
has
even if
the
you
right
strike me,
to copyright
I can
infringement strike
still
on here.
fight it because you don't have a copyright, which means I will win.
So what is you trying to do? What are you doing here? Do you just want a reason to be we do strike wars? What are you doing, girl?
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to figure out what's your angle.
I am
you
talking
came
about
up here to
something you
tell because I
said
just
that
said
was
we
wrong.
can show
I
copyright.
corrected you instead of
Mom, do you want
it's
to just
okay.
say you is smart, you is kind, you got your education, you know cyber law, you good, you want my approval, bitch, you can have it. You
Why would I
smart,
want
you
your
win,
approval?
you win,
But
girl.
you need to go and shave that mustache off your face, honey. You might want to go shave your upper lip, boo boo.
Girl, we can do it. Do you want me to come and play today? What do you want from me?
I told
you everything I
go
got.
shave your upper lip.
What you want? It ain't nothing there. There's nothing there. You
Girl, we can see it.
I don't know why you don't
about.
I don't know why you don't
have
reach down
shadow.
into
It's
your
only
goddamn type and want to pull Beachy up. But I liked it where I was. But since you want to come and just, you need ain't nobody else on here more interested in me. I ain't been on Sharon's show in what, at least a month or so. Dang, I can't.
Mouth is catching up for that.
Why you got to crash a party, man? You a party crasher. We was rocking and rolling and fucking twirling. Girl, you're not good for the parties. You got to get out. You in one breath.
Do that jiggle again for the men. Do that jiggle again.
Party. I was over there rocking with you, and then the next month, like it ain't even been a month. Now you over here complaining about the video. I don't know what you want from me, girl, but tell me. Just ask me what you want, and I'm gonna see if I can deliver it for you.
No, please, I don't want nothing from you.
You do.
Your man, I would ask for your man, but you don't have one.
I think you do want one. You want something I got. You want something I got, and I think I know what it is. I know what it is. I ain't gonna do you like that. I do got something you want.
You going to back up from that camera, girl?
No, I'm a between. I'm not a little bit on the camera. I need to be. I would
trying to kiss on me, honey.
I ain't backing up.
Back up.
Look, they'll prefer me on than you in this thing you got going on. It's called FaceTime, which we know you will never give again.
I'll never get FaceTime again.
You will never give it again. You ain't never turning your camera back on. So I don't know what
Why
you
would
want.
I turn my camera on anymore?
You don't know if you want to be cool. You want to fight. Just tell me what you want.
Well, there's no answer. Why wouldn't I turn my camera on anymore?
Tell me what you want, Bob.
Why wouldn't I turn my camera on anymore? What,
You
I got
ain't got to turn it on. Girl, forget down. Other people don't turn their camera on. You don't got to turn it on.
Okay, cool. Because I thought you was insinuating something.
Please keep your camera.
Okay, don't insinuate something, honey.
Keep it on.
I ain't gonna have no. I ain't gonna have no little girl pigtails in my hair.
That's fine. These pigtails.
And I ain't gonna need no makeup, no lipstick.
Oh, I'm gonna put my lip gloss on. I ain't got nothing.
Look cute. Look, you look cute, baby, but you will be a 5 and I'm gonna be a 10, honey. You need to step back. I don't even know why you brought it, and I don't need to shave my upper lip. not no time ever.
Well, I don't shave. I go and get it waxed. I don't know.
Oh, and there you go. And we can tell you get it waxed because you got a 5 o'clock shadow at 2
and we come on camera and we don't want to. We got to go get. Sometimes you just got to go get it waxed and get the. I bet you ain't had.
I never had to get it waxed, but it's okay.
You don't get any waxing done. You don't got to worry about it. But the rest of us do. Girls, you don't want to
always do your up. You got to wax your face, honey.
The legs, the thighs, the Versace, it's all getting waxed. But you ain't seen yours in a while, has you?
Why wouldn't I be able to see
over
it?
here, we got to stay ready. So
I ain't got to look at it. My husband like looking at it.
Well, I'm glad he can find it for me. I know he do him in his telescope.
You got to look at your own, though. You gonna have to reach down there with them toys on your own.
Yeah, both of y'all queens, y'all got a lot going on.
I don't know. Bob got a lot going on today because she want to do this, and I'm gonna review.
I was not attacking you. You attacked me early on.
Just want to fight.
Disagree.
Why you want to fight with me?
Oh
what
my
you trying to fight?
All right, we're gonna read a couple of super chats. That's what we're gonna do. All right,
let's read some super chats.
All right, I think we were here.
Yeah, let's answer some questions too, Sharon.
Okay.
Miss J, $10. Wait, Piglet, you can see me. You are a loser. Sharon and Anya can review the chat. Review the chat. You are a liar. Review the chat, Sharon. Miss J, $10. But Venus the Piglet, you see me? No, now. Tell your AR girlfriend to block me. Ashley Virgo's Flame 21, $5. This lady Tyra Banks, no accountability.
Damn.
The Voice of Venus, $10. You're dumb, drugged out, can't even block a person right. You are pathetic, Tether. Roland Rolita, diabetic Darlene. They call her Dee Dee in the hood. Take your meds. Tiffany KT, $2. Lurker here. This stream has made my Friday. Yogi Fish 01, $2. It's that time of the month. You know what?
Lord.
Misogynistic, disgusting, weirdo. Narratives Dialogue 1701, $2. Team Per Capita Beachy 08, Coffee Nino.
Whew. Wait, is that Coffee?
Yeah.
Coffee, is that you? You Team Beachy, baby?
That's crazy.
I'm gonna leave you
see how motherfuckers switch up, right?
Shout out to the beautiful fellas of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. 0608 is in the building. Of course, he's Team Beachy. What else did you expect, girl? You know how we get around here. Now, Bomb, I want to talk to you. When did you decide
y'all ain't gotta keep talking. Sharon, you gotta answer some questions, sir. You keep on letting them save you. You gotta answer some questions. Don't try to end the show.
No. Oh, thank you. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Hey. Sharon, I just love the way they like to do defamation of character out here. And it's simple. Your answer, Venus, is for AR to block me because I've looked for him and I can't find his little name anywhere. Okay. And I'm not a tether. I am Puerto Rican and I was born in New York. Okay, you can make fun of my accent all you want. Okay, and I'm not a diabetic and I'm not in a wheelchair. That's the gossip you listen to. Okay, you people keep playing these little games. Y'all do all this cyberbullying. Y'all be kiki because y'all family. I'm not part of your family. Okay, what happened was 3 years ago. That's what you all don't keep bringing up. You see, you don't deal with the person. You see, you call me the drunken pill popper, but you don't tell him that. You don't tell him and you don't go and do streams about him. You all come and bring your garbage up over here. All right. Look at the videos, how many of you it took for you to attack me by myself. That AR paid to extend the show entertaining you and your little cyber gang, okay? Because I'm doing this on purpose. I need you to pay attention. Because all of this, like you're not hearing what Brownsville is telling you. All of this can end today. All AI got to do is block me, okay? All he got to do is block me. And you can go on your humble life and he don't never have to be timed out again, okay? Secondly, I have not mentioned your name not once until you was doing what you did in it. He said your name in the chat. I did not address you because I cannot see you. And I know how to block you. Just like I blocked 8 accounts. Oh, and the other secret, everybody, they could turn on their TVs and you block, they still can see you. That's how come they know what's going on. These people don't have a life. AR got like 3 accounts, by the way, 3 ghost accounts. I got one of them. This is another one. All right. AR is playing a game that he is not going to win. And what's sad, he's in the military and he thinks he's untouchable. He thinks because he's with a lawyer girlfriend, you understand? So to say to all of you, it's easy. AR, just block me. My name is in the chat. Okay, nobody's mentally ill here. Okay, that's defamation of character that you all keep writing on that. Okay, and I got time. I got nothing but evidence against all of you. Y'all need to stop and just leave me alone. Just block me. There's a thread. I put it out. I'm Miss J. If you don't like me, block me. Okay, I have a 400 list. Block. You think nobody don't know me? This shit is gone for 3 years already. 3 years. Let it go already. And it's easy. You go your way. I've been gone my way. The only channel I come is here, and everybody knows the other channel where I go, and that's MJ's. That's it. I don't go no place else where none of you people be at. Nowhere. So it's simple. AR, just block it. Let it go already. Okay, let it go. Because all these people are going to do is get you in trouble. You keep putting yourself out on that ledge with that girl in that chat. Okay, it's funny, the wheelchair and everything. That's hilarious. What? Look at Hot Wheels in a coffin. You wish me death on Sharon's panel. You said you wish I would die already. You need to chill out. Y'all all need to chill out. It's easy. Just walk away. What Beachy is saying is the truth. Y'all just want to cover up what she's saying. Y'all don't want to hear what she's saying because y'all want to keep doing what you're doing and saying it's okay what you're doing. Sharon, you can bring me back down. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, because you know what? I've been telling them, I've been saying it to you too. I blocked them and they do this little campaign. I seen this, they done this on somebody else. I saw a video, they all get together and they say, oh, take her wrench, but you don't see me, right? And then he keeps saying, calling me a mental case, and then the other one making fun of my accent. And I find it cute, but you people are harassing me every single time I come into Sharon's chat because you can't find me no place else. You use his platform to attack me. And I don't bother you. I'm in the chat chilling. I'm chilling. Why she's mad because I timed him out? Because he's sitting there acting a whole fool. Because she's saying, oh, he not doing nothing. They want to gang up together. They want to play gang, Nobody didn't attack you because I don't even speak to you either. You blocked too. So I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even say your name. So I don't even know why you're doing that. I mean, okay. I text that.
Good.
No, I wasn't. Not you, Bomb. Not Bomb. You wasn't making fun of my accent. You actually never say anything to me. Period. And that I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, "Oh, Bomb be coming after me." Bomb never says anything to me because Bomb, I've been blocked Bomb only because I thought it was just fair across the board. That's all. Oh, you're speaking to Vici? Okay, my love. All right. But like I said, I don't even got beef with like I said, I don't got beef with nobody, What happened 3 years ago? 3 years ago, everybody, when you hearing this, all of this happened 3 years ago, and I refuse to apologize to the situation because here we are today. The same script is played again. Text messages, oh, they're being stalked, they're being harassed. But you know how you do? You remove yourself from the situation. If you're blocked, and I can't find him, Sharon. I've been begging him to block me and do not address me no more. I paid money to get rid of him, and he'd have paid $1,000 to come back. He did like a crybaby. You know what I mean? Come on, stop. Little boy, go away. You understand? And the thing is, you up here playing victim with a piglet in the chat. She's a whole piglet. Nobody don't want her. And she's mad calling me Hot Wheels and all. I find that tickling. It tickles me. But you know what? Like I said, all you have to do is block me. Like I said, I told you this before. You don't want to be the bigger woman about it. You want to be a whole woman about it. You know? You want them to take my wrench for what? All you have to do is block me, and you will never get blocked from the chat again, and you could play with your little girlfriends in their sandbox. But you don't want to end this. You think this is content. You think, oh, let me make Sharon money. Sharon's gonna make money with any of you around regardless. Matter of fact, Venus, you didn't even pay for your rent. Brownsville paid for your rent. Sharon didn't even want to give you a wrench because what you're doing right now, you messy. You come up here and you read the chat knowing you blocked. And you initiated that last argument, and you try to play victim, but nobody was talking to you. And then everybody came after me saying, oh, Sharon, you left. Remember, Sharon? They were saying, oh, you left us fighting. But they didn't realize that she initiated that fight. She comes up here, you give her the private link, and then she comes up here and she starts trouble with everybody in the chat. She's always the victim. She come up here to pick fights on purpose. Then she goes running around saying, oh, I didn't do anything. No, yes, you did. Nobody ain't messing with you, little girl. And I'm going to tell you right now, I said it once before, I'm not in a wheelchair. Let's clarify that, okay? Let me clear that up with you. My leg is messed up, but I'm going to tell you what I said to you last time. Remember what I said? I'm not going to say it because Beachy said if I threaten you, I can go to jail. I already said what I said to you. Stay online, but AR, just block me and go with your little girlfriends and go play with somebody else. Okay? Seriously.
All right.
Okay.
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 All right. Let me read Cash App for anybody can be touched. And those who know. You gonna stay up, Miss J, or you dropping down?
Now I want to see what your little girlfriend and are gonna say that I'm up here. I want you to tell them, if you just tell him to just block me. You understand? Because he's not gonna take my wrench. All you got to do is block me. That's all you got to do. The whole beef is about you and your little girlfriend in the chat. Okay? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You think because you pay $500 to come back to be seen, you're a whole fool. Okay? You're an idiot. And I keep addressing you, not her, you. And then you gang up with everybody else. How old are you? You're 32 years old. You're 32 years old in the military, and you're a whole embarrassment. I'm freaking on the social media. You're a whole embarrassment. So just look, I'm going to say hi in the chat right now and just block me. Hi. Here, hi. And block me. That's all you got to do. And then you could go play with your little friends in the chat. You could talk, oh, hi, there you go. Just block me. That's all you got to do. And the war is over. And you could take your little friends with you. Because he's not going to take my wrench. That's not going to happen. And you're going to do another campaign every month? You did a campaign last month. You're doing a campaign this month. You're going to do a campaign next month? No. Block me right now and get rid of the campaign. Go ahead, block me. Block me.
All right.
It's simple.
I don't think he's going to answer verbally. So if he did it, he did it.
Well, we'll see. He'll let him. Right now, the last thing he said in the chat was, "Shiesty bum is literally nothing." Okay, so here goes. Hi again.
Okay. Wait. Wasn't you the one? Aren't you Miss J? Wasn't you the one who asked, like, are you going to take her rich, Sharon?
Yes,
this lady paid good money to know. She demands to know, are you going to take her rich?
You told me, Diva.
and he still won't block me.
We demand. She demanding answers right now.
Yeah.
No,
you
nobody.
dropped us for Sharon. That's crazy, bro.
All you got, no, he's not gonna do it.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Just block me. There you go. Look, I'm gonna put it again. Just be the little girl that you are. Put on your skirt and block me. Stop being a little girl. Stop being. Let your ego out.
Hey, Sharon.
Nobody's talking about. Nobody. That's your problem. Nobody said you was here 3 years ago.
Have him rewatch this and then have him tell you that this is not harassment or stalking.
3 years ago, I was talking to the piglet. I wasn't talking to you.
Have him
okay, your problem.
I want to hear his opinion on it because I ain't nothing. I'm not saying, hey, don't do this, don't do that. So according to him, it wouldn't be stalking or harassment.
We can't hear AR. We want to hear AR.
Just block me.
Let AR. Because we want to hear you. Go ahead, AR.
I appreciate it, Bomb Cherry. Yeah, I would like either man to review this portion of the show because it seemed like what he was saying was that if you don't tell someone to stop, that it's not harassment, stalking,
I want you to
whatever.
Stop.
So I would love for him to review the show.
I want you to stop stalking
tell us
me,
how
and I want you to block me.
This is not an example
I said it
of harassment / stalking
leave me alone.
without anyone saying anything back.
Leave me alone.
Because I don't know what else this would fall under. Beachy, off of your experience, do you think I have a claim here?
Ignorant, just block me. Leave me the fuck alone.
Well, you should just block him. Why don't you block him?
All right, so hold on, let me read. Let me make sure. Hold on one second. Hold on, Ms. J. Hold on one second. Okay. Can you unblock me from the chat, please? Again, I believe you're unblocked, right? The person that just said it, I believe you are unblocked. I don't believe you was actually blocked in the first place. But double check, say something in the chat to make sure.
You know what, Sharon? Do me a favor. Yeah. Take my wrench away right now. Thank you, Bomb. You just reminded me of something. Thank you, Bomb. Sharon, take my wrench.
Mm-hmm. Take my wrench away.
No, he's gonna put it back right after I finish doing what I'm doing.
Hey, Beachy, do you think I have a case here?
And Sharon, you see this? Is it? Is
you think I got
video.
A case, Beachy?
It's on video. I'm going to block him.
Are you going to review this later, Beachy?
I'm going to block him. Right? I'm going to block him. And from this moment forward, it is now in writing. Okay. Go ahead.
You're muted, Beachy.
When she said from this moment forward, that means everything else before don't mean nothing. Starting at this moment, she made a public announcement. She don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to her.
Have you heard me say anything to her?
This moment forward, in front of 5 other witnesses on a public panel. Yep. She has said from this moment forward, she does not want to be addressed. Do not talk to her. Do not comment to her. Do not follow her around. Do not do any of those things. She's also going to block you so she can't see what you're saying. Although if you are still commenting, disparaging about her, she's going to have another person screenshot those comments to keep a paper trail of your actions. That even though she has blocked you, you are still continually, and you can't see her. You are still continually either through another account or just.
Answering a question, ma'am. Do I have a case?
No, you don't.
Have you heard me? Have you heard me?
target, so now they took everything out the window. So once you say no more further engagement, you really have to be the one that takes the higher role.
Beachy, you keep on yapping. You're not answering the question. You're acting like Sharon right now. Do I have a case?
You see the ignorance, Beachy? You see the shit that you got to deal with?
Do I have a case, Beachy?
I just
want to
like
answer the
stories.
question.
But it is not defamation to call
yes,
people.
Yes, it is. It's defamation because
right?
I don't use.
Certainly not defamation to make fun of people's accent. I make fun of everybody when I read the super chat. And so nobody's going to get any special treatment.
Diva, in your opinion, do you think it is defamation?
I didn't say that. I read a super chat that said you was a drunk.
Pill popper and nobody's drunk. Just because you
I
don't
read
like
a
my
super
voice,
chat.
just because you don't like my voice, that's your
I read a super chat. That's not me calling you a drunk pill popper.
No, you said it to me last week, PhD, but when I was trying to address something and you said, oh, you inebriated. No, you're a pill popper. You always say that. And you know what? And that's fine. I don't
think you a pill popper. I think you on that shit. I think you on that shit. Which one is it this week? Is you on monthly what? Adderall what?
Listen,
okay, I think you're on the shit, and that's not
nobody ain't on absolute, but that's defamation of character, lady.
I think you on that shit.
I can prove that you're lying.
That's my opinion. It doesn't matter.
Your opinion is the middle of your ass, and that's your problem.
I know,
and you are
not at all.
You always appear cyberbullying
defamation
your game,
is.
and
I
you
can call you names all day. It's my opinion.
You think you slick too? You think you're above the law too, lady? Because you along with the shits just like everybody else. And
I just know that it's not defamation, hon.
Yeah, above the law. And it's a girl vibe.
If everybody fight with you, then baby, that means that there's something wrong with you.
Coochie lick already because you corny.
That's
corny already. You know what? You think you're always saving somebody, but you corny as AR. I'm Sharon. I still can't block the idiot from the chat. Yeah, it's okay. You keep saying lady.
Go to his channel. Go to his actual channel.
I did, baby, and I hit him for my. I hit him for my channel. I did it. I'm on my computer.
No,
if it's the phone, if it's different, then I'll go through my phone.
I'm sure you know if you're talking to certain people with a certain IQ that you describe it to them, that they need pictures.
IQ don't got nothing to do with your dumb ass because you a dummy.
That's what they need.
You think because you know what? Words, you the big dummy.
I think of this like a movie. This is just a rom-com, right? So AR got this real stand-up girlfriend. She real smart and everything. And she gonna be like, hey, Ara, why you won't why we can't get married? And he said, I'm just not ready yet. And then at some point, you see the girl that he be fighting with, this lady.
Don't even finish that, Diva.
No. But you see her, and she's sitting there with her fucked up leg, and it's kind of endearing. It makes you feel sorry for her because you see her sitting there with a fucked up leg, right? Then when you see her sitting there with her fucked up leg in a wheelchair, it makes you have compassion for her.
Nobody don't have nothing. The same way you have compassion when you have arguments for everybody.
Girlfriend,
never, Diva. That'll never happen.
Wouldn't that be a good rom-com?
No, it would not. That'll never happen.
It takes you and your
That'll never happen. I ain't leaving my girl.
You and your
definitely
going on out here right now.
We gotta rewrite that novel.
Lawyer lady, I'm sorry. So leave you, lawyer lady. He really in love with this lady.
Ain't happening. Ain't happening.
This is what y'all do. This is what you do. This is your entertainment. This is where you get your kicks and fucking giggles. But it ain't gonna be funny when it hits your fucking doorstep. It ain't gonna be funny when it hits your fucking doorstep. Y'all think this is fucking
you
funny.
just gonna are we doing threats on here now?
No, we're not gonna fraternize nothing.
We doing threats?
Here. I told you to do something and you didn't do it. Siobhan,
what does it mean hit my doorstep?
No,
what does that mean?
It's got, like I said, it's going to
because it sounds like a threat.
Doorstep. No, it's not a threat. You think you're above the law, bullying people, wishing people death. Yeah, you think
that's it. I tried. Shout out to Browns before now. Nobody wins when the SBJ family feuds. Let's spread more peace and love, please. We'll see y'all later tomorrow. I'm not sure when.
Nothing wrong with being. Let me.